I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here. For the date done, you are gonna love over your son.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
That Sports for the best authentic sportswear. You check Wilton Sports when you want the best authentic sportswear. Wilton Sports. Food change advertise fee. And if you roll out the numbers, remember, no easy half, no half.
Some sportswear for take notes. Them full of dreams and hopes. Then why them come and sell rope? When there is only one, yeah, there is only one goat. And that's a Wilson, yeah, that's a Wilson, yeah, that's a Wilson Sports. Yeah, ball boots, ball tops, ball shots, string yard, ball socks. Them kind of drip you quick for make your ex call back. Little quickness in my boots and ball out, me want that. My Nike ticky pretty and my Adidas all black. Dribble down your field with grip and feel me can't drop. Slide tackle all my own a team and know this not pop. Why? Because I'm buy the supper.
Blessed love one and all. Happy Easter to all of you. Hope you're having a wonderful, festive season, Easter season. What I go on with my camera? Let me fix up my camera right now. What go on, you know? Camera ramp with me, you know, people. Let me fix it. All right. Look better, you know. I mean, I know what go on. I didn't even see this, you know. Oh, come ramp with I and I. Thing, man. I tell you, you know. Yeah. I wonder if it good or no. Can you hear me now? Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Manning's man. Yes, indeed. And it's a blessed day. It is Easter Monday. Yes, it is Easter Monday. Easter Monday. It is celebrated as a public holiday in Jamaica. All right. And so many persons would have celebrated the resurrection of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. Yesterday and now today, you know, yeah, man, they're out there. It is also the 1st of April, which is All Fool Day. But nobody no really do them prank there again and try and fool people now because life is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. All over the world in a heated rush. You understand me? So people don't do those things anymore because life is so serious and man will tell you, what is joke to you is death to a next man. But we are here. You understand me? And we're giving thanks, No, for me, yesterday was a fantastic day, To see 600 people lifting their hands and praising the Most High God is an awesome, awesome, awesome thing. So we give thanks for that. You understand me? Bless up love to everyone in the comment section. You understand me? Wayne Thompson, good to see you, sir. How things going on over there in St. Thomas? Big up Simon Preston, Fresh God who has been here. Jason, blessed love to you. CC Sports Lab, blessed love. So far, record music up. Been a minute. Chorus Carnif. Which one? How you pronounce it? You can't tell me. Big up yourself. Jew Ross, aka Jew Fortis. Fortis means he went to Kingston College at some point. Gunner's boss is already here. As usual, I'm talking things that makes no sense at all. But that is Gunner's boss forte. You understand me? I see 433 pressure. Demo Dre is here. Of course, Demo is here because Liverpool is leading the league. And I noticed Demo, when his team is not doing well, he doesn't come on streams. You understand me? You understand? Calling us Jellyback Arsenal. Don't worry yourself, Demo. We are in second place. We have conceded less goal than your team, scored more goal than your team. You have 2 points more than us. So let's see, Demo. You understand me? Chris Romans is here, Bounce TV, Kevin Reed, and Giovanni Simis as well. Triple E up and running. Yeah, man. When Demo team not winning, Demo don't come and think him find all kind of excuse. But as soon as Arsenal drop points, he's here. And seeing that he's here now because he wants to challenge me, I want this Demo guy to call in. So let me pick up right there. All right? Let me pick up right there and start right there with the EPL. Arsenal had opportunities that if they were better in their passing, they could have scored on City. Our goalkeeper made one save in the entire game. While City had more possession, they weren't creating anything. Okay? So, no man no come tell me because all of you wanted Arsenal to go there gung-ho and try to beat City by 4 and 5 and lose. And then you'd all be here laughing. But because Arsenal did not lose, you're all upset because you really wanted Arsenal to lose. Demo, I tell you again, that you have been leading this league for a very long time. 433 press, I will call you back. You understand me? Let me finish rant. When I hear the 30 minutes, you understand it's your time. Love me. Let me talk to Demo. No, Demo. Listen. Your Liverpool team has been leading the league for more than 13 rounds, More than 14 rounds, 15 rounds in a Demo. So, if Liverpool don't win this league in a Demo, a choke and battle the league in a Demo. Because Liverpool have the easier run, of the 9 games that are left from the top 3 teams, So try not lose the league, Liverpool. Because this will be the ultimate battle job. Yeah, man. Arsenal battle the league. Arsenal lead for 256 days. Yeah, man. So we battle the league. All I'm saying to you, if Liverpool don't win this season, I battle the league. That's all I'm saying. Because if Arsenal bottle it, then Liverpool is bottling it. Fresh God, nobody about you wanted both to lose, Fresh God. So try not to choke. Which league that change every 2 weeks? Every 2 weeks. Where, Demo? Every 2 weeks league change where, Demo? Every 2 weeks where? You want to go back to the table and look how long Liverpool has been at the top of this table? It is after the City game that Arsenal went ahead of Liverpool 1 week. Liverpool has been leading this league for most of it. So them better win it. You need to go back and check. Longer than Arsenal. Liverpool has led the league longer than Arsenal. Liverpool has led the league longer than City. Liverpool has led this league the longest for the entire season. So make sure you win the league. Make sure you win the league. Because this will be the battle job of the 2024. You better make sure you win it. You have no excuse. Nobody had who to win the league. Nobody had Arsenal to win the league last season, and you said we battled it. No, nobody, including Demo, said that Liverpool winning the league. What do you mean that nobody? Demo said Demo didn't even have Arsenal really in him top 4. So what on? People think we don't have no energy. People, Arsenal has not lost to City this season. 3 times we play them, 2 wins, 1 draw. Arsenal in the league has not lost to Liverpool. 1 draw, 1 win. Arsenal has not lost to Manchester United. 1 win and we have a game left. Tied with Tottenham and have a game left. Tied with Chelsea, have a game left. Beat City in the league and draw with them. What you mean so me not have energy? Me have lots of energy. My team is the first team in how many games to go a Manchester City ground and don't concede a goal. What you talk about? Did not concede a goal. Them have 1 shot on target against my side. Big side, Arsenal. No joke. Oh. They don't ramp. I see I look at Manchester United fan call me too, you know. Let me just take him call the people. Cause more hear what I'm gonna say now because yeah. Also, I'm going to give you some give you the most recent CONCACAF. You know, Jamaica moved up in the ranking, right? So yeah. But here's the thing with this CONCACAF thing. For some reason, we feel like these CONCACAF things are just designed to keep certain teams at the top. But yeah. So what I'm going to do is that when we allow 433 press, I'm going to invite Simon to come on and help us to understand, show us the recent ranking system and help everyone to understand how they calculate the ranking point. I don't like it because I think given that we are 3rd in the Nations League, right? We lost to USA in Nations League, right? And Canada 1 leg. And we still really not make the move. We only go ahead of Costa Rica. So I'm going to respond to 433 press. Yeah. And then I'm going to invite Simon, if he's available, to come on and help us with how they break down the ranking. But you know that there's an event that I want to talk to you about, you know, that is coming up on April 12th, you know, by the captain of the Jamaica Senior Reggae Boyz team. His name is Andre Blake. You know him. Keeps of Philadelphia. You know, so they have let me tell you what it is. Yeah. Where is it? Bam ba da do bam 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 ba dem. Yeah, all right. Maybe I should do it this way. All right. So Andre Blake having something that I want you to. So all the people them are foreign, you know, they can buy a ticket, you know, them have all Zelting when they can buy the food, even have family at Clarendon and them places there. So this is it, people. The Fry Dive day and night event. All right. You understand me? Let me show you it so you can support Andre Bailey Party. Speedy recover, Blakey. All right, so let's go to bam. Then we're gonna show you some trick thing while I go on. So there you go, people. Kick Out Sports Bar and Lounge. I think presents the Fry Dive day and night event. Menu: fried chicken, jerk chicken, roast fish, fry fish, steam fish, pot roast Trenton, curry goat. The sides: mashed potato, breadfruit salad, rice and peas, plain rice, roti, turned cornmeal, bammy. The number, you can call them, you can follow them on Facebook at KO Sports Bar JA. All right. You can call them at 876-904-0734. That's Kick Out. You understand me? Shop 27 Millennium Mall, Curato Hill, Clarendon. Live DJ from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's April 12th at the Millennium Mall in Clarendon. Kick Out Sports Bar. Understand? Big up Andre Blake, you know? Shout it out, you know? Yeah. All right. Me a pen, no play a pen. All right. So we have a next big thing we're gonna show you now, cause we have to make it also know. Hey, tell Andre Blake, say me promote him thing, you know. So we're supposed to get some steam swim around. Because you don't know we not to deal with it. A fish business. Yeah, Zabi. Zabi. Yeah, we don't to deal with the fish business. All right. So on top of that, we have something else that we want to show you from Trick Nick. All right. You know, they are one of our sponsors. That is the Trick Nick. All right. So let's see if we can do it this way and show you what's going on with Trick Nick. You know, they open the brand new restaurant. And, yeah, we want you to know what is going on with them. That's Trick Nick. So yeah, and then we'll get back to our content to beat Demo and Liverpool. Make him know what go on. All of these Liverpool fans trying, you know. Yeah, them want to come. This Arsenal thing. You know, me used to be a supporter of Liverpool. I'm a real Liverpool, but them Liverpool fans, yeah, man, me I tell you, man, turning on my flesh, man. All right, so hear this now from Trick Nick. Look what's going on. I didn't hear any of that. What's going on? All right. Okay, I see some muting thing going on right here. Yeah, man. Oh, you heard the audio. All right. Bless up, everyone. All right, cool. So that's Trick Nick. You understand me? So support them maybe over there in Canada. All right. So let me just call back Presser, and then we see if we can get Simon to join us and explain this ranking point and system from CONCACAF. All right.
Blessings.
Welcome to I Am Sure Sportsman. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You getting a bun since Easter?
If me getting a bun since Easter?
Hang on.
What kind of question this look, youngster? Nobody no give me no bun. What kind of question this? What kind of question this man asking on the show? Easter bun? Now man, me eat bun right around the year, man. Every day me eat bun, man. Spice bun and cheese, man. You understand me?
Hey, but listen. I'm going to declare something on the show, right? Sorry to say, but Arsenal will not win the league.
You're not sure you want, man. Last week you say Arsenal will go win. This week you say Arsenal not winning.
No, man, I didn't say that Arsenal will win the league.
Okay. So who is winning the league?
You see, let me tell you. You see, man, you see, if Liverpool doesn't win the league this season, to me, it is the worst than what Arsenal did last season, right? Due to the run of games. So I'm in favor of Liverpool winning the title due to the amount of the run of games that they have in terms of the oppositions, right? Man City, on the other hand, is a very smart manager that have in Pep Guardiola, and they can really turn things around quickly. However, I'm not sure that is going to happen. You know, I'm not really hopeful that, you know, Haaland will perform from now to the end of the season in terms of the way that he should be performing, plus other players, right? And in terms of some of the players coming off the bench, they're not adding anything much to the City attacking forefront like Doku and Jack Grealish. You know, they don't really offer anything that much, at least this season, right? But you see with Arsenal, man, when I look at the run of games that you guys have in terms of Brighton, you know, you still have Spurs to play, who's still fighting for top four. You have United to play at our home, which, you know, you guys kind of struggled in the last couple of years.
Really?
And you guys have some.
Oh, okay.
Money. Remember, history shows that you guys don't have the best results.
No.
Yeah.
You said for the last couple, Arsenal struggled at Manchester United.
You might play better than us, but what I'm saying in terms of the results, look at the head-to-head away from home, away from the Emirates at Old Trafford. The results for you guys aren't the best. That's what I'm saying.
In the last, you're saying that in the last 3 years at Old Trafford, we haven't had the best results.
How many pictures you guys have at Old Trafford in the last 3 years?
Brother, just the other day when we go down there and the Gabriel Martinelli goal was the only time to beat we are at Old Trafford since Arteta has been there, brother.
What?
Since Arteta has been at Arsenal.
When last you guys went at Old Trafford?
What is man at top? What is man? What is man at?
No, I'm asking a question. I'm saying that the record for you guys at Old Trafford isn't the best.
Brother, I'm talking about since Arteta has been at Arsenal. All right, Simon, tell him what Simon have all of them stats and I'm here, man. I don't know what to say.
Man, the last
2020.
Out of the last 5 games, you guys have played us.
So the last time we beat, Simon said it's 2020. 2020.
That's Thomas Partey. That one.
The record for Old Trafford for Arsenal isn't the best. The last 5 fixtures when you guys played us at our home, we've won.
Oh, okay, so you're going to beat us when you come there?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's going to be a very tough game, especially seeing that I think it's the second to last game for you guys or something like that. Out of the fixture list for you guys.
So you have called the program today to tell me that Arsenal are not winning the Premier League. Who is winning the Premier League?
Liverpool.
Liverpool is winning the Premier League. Which team you support again?
No, listen.
No, man, just ask you.
Listen.
I'm
not emotional. I'm not emotional.
I didn't say, sir, I did not say you're emotional. I'm just asking you which team you support so the people can know.
No, United.
So you're a United fan, and you're saying that Liverpool going to win the league, not Arsenal, not City.
There's a strong rivalry because, listen, you see Arsenal fans, man, you see, if we don't win the league, we'll now go hear the end of it fans in general across the board.
So if Liverpool win the league, you gonna hear the end of it?
When Liverpool win the league, were there, right? In the COVID time, nobody never hear much about it. I mean, people talk about it, but if Arsenal win it, I'm telling you, man, it's the coverage that you guys will get. I know you guys will talk about that trophy. It will be beyond annoying. Look at when City won the treble recently.
Do you know that Manchester United fans would prefer Arsenal win the league than Liverpool because Liverpool is closer to surpassing them. I'm shocked that you're saying that this as a Manchester United fan.
Manins, many United fans would prefer Arsenal to win it on the basis that Liverpool wouldn't surpass us. However, a lot of us do not want Arsenal to win the title because we wouldn't hear the end of it. Especially over the years, there was a constant debate between United and Arsenal who would have won the league first, especially when United used to spend the most money out of the two teams as well as other teams. So that was always the conversation. So imagine if Arsenal would even probably spending less over the past since Ferguson left United and Arsene Wenger left Arsenal. So Arsenal fans would even brag more on United fans. If Liverpool win it, at least say Jurgen Klopp is leaving, and then it's a new form of era starting for them. So yeah, they win it, but it kind of brush under the rug to a certain extent because Klopp would be leaving at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? So yes, they might be celebrating, and yes, they might surpass United, but at least it wouldn't be as annoying compared to if Arsenal win the league for United fans. I'm telling you. Even if City win the league this season, it still isn't bad for United. Even would have been like 4 times in a row because nobody talks about City success like that compared to if it was Arsenal or Liverpool or Chelsea. Come on, man. I believe Liverpool is a bigger club than Arsenal, but I think in recent years Arsenal they've had a bigger outreach in terms of global fans, especially on social media, etc. So I'm telling you wouldn't hear the end of it. Trust me.
All right, so you and I are at different ends on this argument. So we're going to leave it at that. I cannot understand how a Manchester United fan is on a podcast saying he would prefer for Liverpool, who Manchester United fans generally don't want Liverpool to surpass them, who are closer to them in terms of the amount of Premier League. Am I right, Simon?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
I cannot understand that argument, seriously.
Mind, a lot of United fans do not want Arsenal. A lot of fans in general don't want Arsenal to win the league. I'm telling you.
I'm talking about you, though. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
Hold on. But I'm just showing you the impact of Arsenal in the league, what it will have on football fans. They do not want Arsenal to win it. So it's not on a United thing. The same one will have Robbie Lyle recently, when Robbie Lyle last season talked about we have bigger fish to fry, we don't care about Europa League, we're going to win the league. Oh, believe last season, come back with the same bullshit before, but it and talk about believe. Arsenal fans always bragging about, we're going to win the league. And then when they battled the league last season, we're not talking about,
But you're having a different argument. If you want to talk, all right, so if you want to talk about Arsenal battling the league, go ahead and discuss that.
No, I'm not talking about it. I'm just showing it. If Arsenal wins the league this season, man, listen, man. Even ask Chelsea fans who them would rather win the league. Liverpool or Arsenal. Arsenal win the league. Even if you ask Chelsea fans who them rather win the league, who would they say? Liverpool or Arsenal?
Chelsea fans would not want Arsenal to win because they're in London. What kind of point you make 50-50?
And you guys would even use that as more bragging rights to say that you guys are bigger than
because Chelsea. It's London clubs. That's different, though.
If you ask a lot of United fans, them don't want Arsenal win the league. Trust me.
All right, we're going to get here from some more Arsenal fans who are not named 50-50.
Let me tell you, if I can hear from United fans in England, then it would be better because I speak to a lot of them in England. And them not
you speak. You must say speak for the United fans them in England. All right. So 50-50. Let me let Simon off. All right, make up yourself. So that's 50-50. My brother, check out his channel. The man say speak on behalf of the fans in England. What a story. Simon, talk to me. Many persons were expecting that Jamaica would probably move to at least third in CONCACAF after their Nations League performance. Here it is that the ranking came out and we barely got past Costa Rica in 5th position, below Canada, who we defeated, still below Panama, who we defeated. Explain to the people.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Hope everybody is doing well and having a restful weekend as we prepare for another week. Yeah, the reality is, when you interpret rankings and index, think of it as a group stage table. How do you determine if you're at the top of the table? It's by points first. That's the reason why right now, Liverpool are at the top of the table. Why? Because they have 67 points and followed by Arsenal and Manchester City. The reason why Jamaica are 5th right now in the index is it's down to points. Jamaica has 1,677 points. And you might say, well, why is this? I mean, the truth is just because a team may finish 3rd or 2nd in a tournament does not mean that the next ranking that comes out that they will be in that position. England hasn't been to a World Cup final since '66, but yet they're still 3rd in the FIFA rankings. Why are England 3rd in the FIFA rankings yet they weren't in the semi-finals the last World Cup? Why? Because they have a flawless World Cup qualifying cycle. They win Andorra and San Marino and Slovenia and Slovakia normally get clean sheets. World Cup qualifying counts for big points. And when this index came out in 2018, the next year, 2019, where were we? We were in League B of the Nations League alongside Antigua and Barbuda, Guyana, and Aruba. So we did not start in League A. We started in League B. And of course, where the points is concerned, that you have a difference there. There's a formula to calculate the points as well. So it's not a scenario where the competitions committee of CONCACAF is hiding something from Jamaica. Not at all. They've published on their website the formula, how they calculate points, expected result versus the actual result, how much points for a World Cup qualifier versus a friendly versus a CONCACAF event. So there is a breakdown on CONCACAF's website for this as well, and happy to relay what CONCACAF has said in relation to that article as well. So, CONCACAF has not teethed anything from Jamaica where this is coming.
Yeah, all right. So this ranking would not necessarily have the Nations League semifinals in it.
It would. Yes, it would. Because this is reflective on March 31. So it's the last day of every month. The last day of every month, that's when they would have it updated. So this would have included the semifinals against the US and also the 3rd place playoff against Panama as well. And also it's also reflected for other teams as well within the index as well. You look at, for example, the United States. They're 2nd in the index, but they're Nations League champions. They didn't leapfrog the Mexicans. They only gained some 13 points in that index as well. So they didn't have a huge jump, the United States, by virtue of that victory over Mexico. So they're still 2nd in CONCACAF. Mexico are still 1st. Panama, they lost a lot of points despite remaining 3rd. They lost 72 points because they lost to Jamaica, a team lower to them, and they lost to Mexico as well. Canada didn't gain a single point despite defeating Trinidad and Tobago 2-0. So it just goes to show as well why what we do in the past affects the present and what we do now affects the future. So that's why we have no margin for error to keep on the consistency and come June, do what we did against Panama. Win, and then we'll slowly but surely start to see the table that we would like to see. Jamaica being in a top 3, a top 2 in the CONCACAF index. So that's all we need to do, continuing the great results, and it will come. Because if you look at the gap between us and Canada now, that's some 30-odd points as well. And the same with Panama as well, some 60-odd points as well. So the gap is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. So we can be happy based on that.
What about the friendly games? Because sometimes some of these teams get high-profile friendly games. When Jamaica, for example, we played 2 games against Trinidad. I'm almost certain that no points were there for those games. But at that same time, the Mexicos and the USA can play what you call the more high-profile team for marketing and financial reasons, which means they stand the opportunity of getting, even in what you call non-FIFA windows per se, to get the opportunity to increase the amount of points they have, while like Jamaica, like I said, may not have that opportunity. How can that be resolved or fixed?
It's difficult in terms of how it's fixed, but you're absolutely right, because the friendly matches against Trinidad that we had recently, we made more than 6 changes in both games, so therefore be an unofficial in that sense, and of course being outside the window. Canada will play the Netherlands soon. Mexico will have a couple of friendlies. The USA is going to play Colombia, etc. So countries like USA, Mexico, Canada have the privilege, because they're host nations of the World Cup, to play friendly matches, while for us being Jamaica, we don't have many room to wiggle in terms of friendlies. Every FIFA window there's competitive matches. So that's the difficulty there, because we know June, World Cup qualifiers and Copa. September, October, November, it's Nations League. Into the new year, World Cup qualifying, and of course 2026, the World Cup. So between now and July 2026, all FIFA windows are occupied. So arranging friendly matches, it's going to be one of the most challenging things to do from a Jamaican standpoint, especially within a FIFA window, because all of the FIFA windows are occupied with competitive matches, which I don't mind, because, there are more points on offer in competitive matches. So we know victories over the Dominican Republic and Dominica, that at least is something good for us. Not only 6 points on the board, but also the quality points as well for CONCACAF rankings. So it's challenging from that standpoint, because US, Mexico, Canada, they're not in the World Cup qualifiers, so they have to find and fend for friendly
games to play to accumulate points. All right, listen, I see Boxwood, call in and make your point, man, because I can't read so many messages. Call in and make your point, because he's saying because the coach has only been beating teams rank an average of 119 up to 3 months ago. So he's saying that is why we haven't moved, I suspect, so far up the table, because we haven't been beating like the major teams.
Well, in November, we were able to get that first triumph over Canada and defeated Panama. So yes, in recent notes of defeating teams that are 3rd and 4th within CONCACAF. But you're right, in terms of in the Gold Cup and also in the Nations League recently, it was the likes of a Honduras, a Haiti, a Guatemala, a Trinidad, a St. Kitts. Yeah. So you're right. Most of those teams have been below us. So that's true.
Yeah, but those teams, Honduras is in the top 100. Haiti is in the top 100. So how do we get? I'm trying to figure out how. That's why I want him to call in. How did you get that an average? Because sometimes people they don't say anything definitive like Boxwood right now. So when they say ranked an average up to 3 months ago,
I wonder if it was the FIFA ranking at the time that the match was played that he used. But again,
yes, I'm wondering what did you use to come to that average score?
Right. But again, I'll just reiterating that what Mannings and I are discussing to the viewers is the CONCACAF index, not the FIFA rankings, because that is a separate.
Right, because we could actually be higher on the FIFA ranking than a team that is higher than us. Is that possible? That we could be higher on the FIFA ranking than we are on the CONCACAF ranking, because a different index that they use to calculate it.
Correct. So in the FIFA rankings, USA, they're 13th in the world, while Mexico is 15th. You know what I'm saying? Well, when you look at the CONCACAF index, Mexico is ranked higher than the United States. So that is just one difference from that sort of standpoint. And in the FIFA rankings, Costa Rica is ranked higher than the Jamaicans. But in CONCACAF index, it's Jamaica over the Costa Ricans. So yes, you do have
because I think like Costa Rica would benefit from having been at the World Cup.
Correct.
Which is a FIFA, because I think FIFA ranking has to do with what you'd call FIFA competitions and fixtures and stuff like that. So they would be, makes sense, makes a lot of sense. So how, explain now, like what point is for what? So Jamaica plays Panama and beats Panama. Is there a way that I can tell that this is the amount of points that you'll get from a team that is above you, or it depends on how far above you they are? How you work out the dynamics of that?
Well, it calls for a pen, paper, and possibly a calculator as well. The formula, the formula for the points really, it's based on firstly the match importance. A friendly match is 17.5 points.
For a win.
For a win, right? For a CONCACAF Nations League
but what I'm saying, before you move on, for a friendly game, 17.5 points or a win, regardless of who you play.
Right.
All right. But based on who you play, so for example, if Jamaica plays Aruba and loses, does Aruba pick up more than 17.5 points because they are so lowly ranked in comparison to the Jamaicans? Like, do they get like additional points because of the ranking of the Jamaicans?
Yes, because there's another part of the formula that bears in mind the expected result of the game. So Aruba wouldn't be expected to defeat Jamaica. So yes, they would gain something there. And Jamaica was not expected to beat Panama last week Sunday. So yeah, so you have a formula where it's the match importance, and inside of a bracket you have the match result minus the expected result.
So it is the match importance, then the expected result
minus by the match result minus the
expected result. Okay. All right. So continue from there. So just so that everyone can know.
So in terms of CONCACAF Nations League World Cup qualifying matches, that's 35 points. 35 points. And in relation to the World Cup itself, once you're at the World Cup, it's 50 points.
Per game?
Per game, correct.
So we beat Dominica Republic. Are you saying that's 35 points? Or is it less because they are like, to beat Dominica, do we get 35 points of beating Dominica Republic and beating Dominica? Is there less points on one of those teams? Because the expected result is that Jamaica would beat them, which means it's probably 20 points because they are ranked outside of the top 130, or it's not like that.
You're correct, because it would be expected that Jamaica will get the better of the Dominican Republic and Dominica, those two back-to-back games. So based on Jamaica being expected to beat those teams, it wouldn't necessarily be the figure that I just spoke about. It would be less than that. Yeah.
Okay, and then Leader is saying that it depends on whether it's home and away or away.
For the FIFA rankings, yes. For CONCACAF, it doesn't tie in the whether it is home and away. I mean, quite recently, the Panama game, etc., will be a neutral territory. But based on the formula that CONCACAF has given, they haven't put in a home and away algorithm. It's just for the FIFA rankings. Yes, it is home and away on the FIFA side of things. 100%. Yeah.
Boxwood, you have to call in. He says, don't overcomplicate it, Simon. Generally, teams ranked below you get more points of beating you than the opposite. So the team below us are not expected to beat us. Simple. Yeah. But what I'm saying, though, is that we beat Panama and we beat Canada. And I didn't think we get like, whoa, look at the amount of points that we got from doing that.
Yeah.
Because they were expected to beat us. The match result is that we beat them.
Correct. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So and it is 17. Did we get the 17.5 points of beating Canada? Or did we get more than that? And then when they defeated us, how many points did we lose?
Yeah, because it's an aggregate situation. It would be the aggregate of the two.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's not each game. So for Canada, it would be based on the aggregate score. Jamaica won against Canada.
Jamaica won.
I see.
So we got some quality points there. It's just the gap between us and those teams that were 4 or 5 places above us. The gap was wide. So the only thing now we've narrowed it. So I know it might be frustrating, but at least the gap is narrow. So a person can say, all right, June we can go bam bam and things can change.
Okay. So since the Nations League game at the stadium to the Nations League final in Dallas, how many points Jamaica would have accumulated over that period?
All right, so in terms of from the first game against Honduras, where Samurai Gray scored, to know we were 6th in CONCACAF in that position, but in terms of points, we went from a period of 1,200 points in that region to now being 1,677. So we've gained some 400 points in that time frame. And specifically in this window, Jamaica was the biggest points accumulator in this March index with 92. You know, the only other team that really got to double digits, you talk about the US and even Bonaire and Cuba as well. So Jamaica really made some great inroads in this window, especially.
So how did we get so many points when we only beat Panama?
Well, as you know, over 90 minutes, it was 1-1 against the United States.
Oh, you see all of these dynamics? Okay, so we actually drew against USA.
Yeah, because a football match is 90 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. No, leader, the Trinidad friendlies don't count because more than 6 substitutions were made.
Right.
So those
official, yeah.
Yeah, they were unofficial. So no points was available for that.
Gave a lot of great debuts though, so happy for that. Got to see some great faces on the field. So I mean that was a great positive from that, and 2 clean sheets. So yeah. But yeah, you're right, Mannings. You've hit the nail on the head there, absolutely. But I think what Boxfoot is saying, I mean, I don't think it's fair to make that comparison because Jamaica is not hosting the next World Cup. USA, Canada, Mexico will be. So, that's the reason why they'll have the privilege of being able to have and attract friendly internationals. It's because of we have World Cup qualifying assignments and we have a Nations League. Why, we are in a situation where every FIFA window, it's going to be occupied to us. And we're going to have at least 2 in every window. So it's just based on that, from that aspect.
So what I want to find out is because the draw for the Nations League, the top 4 teams in CONCACAF normally miss the preliminaries.
Yeah.
And they move to the quarterfinals. At this point, we are 5th. Will there be a next ranking before that is decided?
So every month they have updated rankings. What we don't know as yet from CONCACAF's competitions committee is which month of the index they will use for the seedings for the draw. That is something we don't know yet. If we were to assume, because the last edition of the Nations League, which we concluded, it was the March 2023 rankings. So if you were to assume they'd use March again, but CONCACAF has not announced if it's going to be March 2024 ranking that they would use. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But that is not something that has been relayed by CONCACAF in relation to this. So
because if they use March, we'd still have to play games.
Exactly. So if they use March, we're going to be in the group stages once again for the next cycle come September.
Okay.
Exactly.
But Nations League don't start until the end of the year.
Well, September.
Right.
So, but let's say that Jamaica finds their way into the top 4. That means that Jamaica would have September and October free to arrange friendlies. And play in
exactly. Which is one of the points I'm making. The other thing though is that do the games we have, because if this is done, say at the end of June, would have played 2 games in World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, seeing that Canada, because we are very close to Canada, probably around 60 points.
Yeah.
So if we win those 2 games, is it that Canada stays stable unless they play a friendly? Like, I'm trying to figure out, is there a way for Jamaica to even go past Canada in the window? Or to pass, because I think Panama will be playing games as well. And you would suspect that or expect that Panama probably will win their 2 games as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a chance, because Canada's in their friendly before Copa America is going to take on the Netherlands. The Netherlands are no pushover by any means, a staunch team within the European game. So that's a tough one for them. And still in June, Canada are going to be playing the World Cup champions, Argentina. So a baptism of fire for them, really. So Canada has a tough month of June of matches. So yes, it is a possibility, Manningsman. So it's about us getting those results now so that we can...
Yeah, because I'm thinking like maybe it would be to our benefit if the ranking that is used for the next Nations League is probably at the end of June. Seeing that it is in September, which would mean you'd have July and August, like 2 months, basically. I think that would be good, because if we use March, then, like I said, we play in the earlier rounds, which may not be bad, because then that will also probably help you to build up in terms of your points as well.
Exactly. Honestly, I don't mind if we have to play the group stages again, because at least it gives Coach Halgrimson an opportunity to be able to try new things and test new things, instead of being a situation where you're asking the federation, please help us arrange a friendly in September and October. when you're playing in the group stages, you have 4 matches waiting for you right there. I rather have the game so that we can plan ahead now for June 2025 or World Cup qualifiers. So, I mean, yes, it would be great to just have a bye to the quarterfinals, but, I don't mind because at least Coach Holgrimson has an opportunity to be able to have more games together. That's just my thoughts of things.
Yeah, all right. Chris King says, do we know when CONCACAF will decide which ranking will be used to select the top 4 for the quarter? I think that is what we were just discussing.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Firstly, we can't even afford to host a decent friendly. I think he was responding to you. That's why Boxwood they need to call because the comments are going to be disjointed. Just call in, man. He says, yes, but we will go away from friendlies and for friendlies and take the appearance fee because we have not been able to profitably host a national football game in recent history. But Simon's point is also true. USA, Mexico, and Canada, because they're World Cup hosts, will be able to get better friendlies than Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's just the reality. Should we be able to get good friendlies? I agree with that, But at the end of the day, if we can get Argentina, USA can get them. So USA can get England, they can get Germany. How realistic it is for Jamaica to even get those teams?
Well,
so there's a truth to what Simon is saying, that they will always. But that's what we are saying, Boxwood. They will always get better friendlies. And it may not be because of Jamaica's inability to host it. Like, even if Jamaica had the perfect facilities to host Germany, how easy would it be? Why would they come this way and not stop in the USA? Like, if you're going to travel all the way to the Caribbean, why not stop in the USA?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And we've seen that, especially when we were playing in the Nations League against Grenada and Haiti and Honduras. Yeah, the US was welcoming Germany and Ghana and Oman and Uzbekistan. So, yeah, you're absolutely right, Mannings, 100% there. I mean, this is a US team that has a huge reputation as well. A team that has been deep in tournaments as well. So, it's about us continuing to grow our brand and reputation. And these big and high profile friendlies will come. It's just a matter of time. So I'm not worried about it. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah. And I think that is it. And like I said, that I think it must be understood that even a nation coming to play the friendly, their association or federation wants to make money. And where can you make the most money? Is it playing against Jamaica in Jamaica or playing against the USA in USA? If it's a money issue. So, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. When we cross that bridge, we'll get there. But right now, friendlies it's not on our plates because we have competitive matches in every window. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Boxwood.
But you know what I think? I think also, Simon, I think like somehow, is this the same thing in the UEFA in terms of they have a separate ranking from how the FIFA ranking is?
Yeah, they do have a separate ranking, and this is in relation to when it comes to the club. When it comes to club, it has a separate ranking for clubs where they call it club coefficient. So they have when it comes to that aspect. But in relation to the international game, they would just use the FIFA rankings when it comes to seedings for Nations League and World Cup qualifying.
And the same thing in AFCON. They use the FIFA ranking for their seeding stuff.
Certainly.
So I'm trying to figure out why CONCACAF does it different. And how long has it been this way? Is it something that has always been there and we just never took note of it? Or is it recent that they have done something separate from the FIFA ranking?
Well, it was 2018 that it was introduced, and one of the first things they made clear when it was introduced is that they're taking results of national teams from 1990 to present. So they're using a time frame for those elements in particular. They're going to take.
All right.
Yeah.
We have the. I was going to say infamous, but famous boxwood. Good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports.
Thanks.
Hello. I don't know. I'm not hearing him clearly, Simon. Let's see. I see reconnecting.
Man, those data plans.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, holiday, everybody on their phone. Yeah, Wi-Fi data.
Oh, I see it. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, what's going on?
I am here, man. I see you giving me and Simon a warm time in the comment section, so.
No. I think you got the essence of what I was saying. But since I'm driving now, it's better if I call. What Simon is saying is correct and is accurate. The only couple things I would add is to state that in my opinion, at least my uneducated opinion, the CONCACAF rankings and index and the FIFA rankings in general, are close to being equal. Would you say that that's the case, Simon?
That's a fair statement. Yes. Yeah, you can proceed. Yeah, that's fair.
So and additionally, my comment on the pushback that I'm getting for the US and Mexico they've always been able to attract better quality friendlies than we have, and it's for several reasons, and none of these reasons, all of these reasons predate the fact that they're going to host the World Cup, in my opinion. They have big populations, they have better facilities, and they're generally ranked in the top 30 of the world. That goes without saying. So they are going to be able to attract better friendlies. My thing is that when big European countries come to our region, they generally don't play one game. They generally play Mexico or the US or both, or even the African countries. So I'm trying to push myself up. I'm trying to say, hey, look at us too. But the issue is that more often than not, they're going to want to play us in North America because we don't have the facilities and we don't have the history of hosting friendlies and making any money. And I see where the JFF is coming from. They want to make money at the end of the day, and they're not 9 times out of 10 gonna make money if they host the game.
Yeah, that is true. But didn't we host Argentina, Uruguay at the National Stadium in the past, Norway?
When did we host Argentina at the National Stadium?
Where did it? No, not at in New York. Sorry, it was in New York, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
we just got an appearance fee for that.
But Uruguay, Paraguay, Venezuela, Ecuador,
Sweden,
Norway.
Are any of those games that you just mentioned in the last 10 years?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No, the point I'm making that maybe there is. If the team is doing well, maybe the opportunity is there again to probably get some of those teams in Jamaica. Because the issue is that people not supporting the football now. I agree that it is probably better to play the friendly games outside of Jamaica, probably in the States, in Florida, in the tri-state area, because you really have a large Jamaican population who probably would be able to support it. But I believe if the team is doing well, crowd support would possibly increase in our national stadium.
Management.
Yeah.
Management.
Mm-hmm.
How much better does the Reggae Boy team have to do than they're doing now, right? For us to say we're doing well. And I guarantee you, if we host a friendly game at the stadium tomorrow, well, if we properly advertise it, unless it's a major team that people want to see the people coming to play against us, I I am telling you, we're not gonna sell out the stadium, and we are doing well right now.
Okay, unless so I believe there are some teams that I believe like if Ghana came to Jamaica to play, the stadium would be sold out. I mean the full Jamaican team against the full Ghana team.
Hold up. Again, that doesn't go against what I just said. What I just said is unless there is a team that the Jamaican populace wants to see, we're not going to sell the stadium out. I'm saying the Jamaica team itself is doing so well right now, and it's a shame that we're doing so well, but we cannot sell out our stadium based on the fact that people want to come see us play anybody.
Okay.
That is what
fair point. But you also said though that we have been beating teams that average 119 up to 3 months ago.
Yes.
So how did you come
that's on the FIFA ranking.
No.
Okay, let me explain that methodology again, right? I went and I looked at all the teams that we beat. And at the time when we played that game, I looked at what their FIFA ranking was. So say we played 5 teams. One team was ranked 170. Another team was ranked 105. One was ranked 85. One was ranked 40. And I added all of those rankings up, and I divided by the 5 games. And that's how I came up with the average ranking of the teams that we played.
And that was before the Gold Cup?
That was before. No, that was post Gold Cup. I think that was before we beat Canada in Canada.
So we didn't play because we played Honduras and we played Haiti.
Yes, but we also played St. Kitts.
No, we played Grenada.
No, we played Grenada.
We played St. Kitts in the Gold Cup.
It's in the Gold Cup we played St. Kitts. That's I'm asking if it goes back to the Gold Cup because we played Trinidad and St. Kitts, Guatemala.
Okay, let me say it again. This goes back to right before we beat Canada. The Gold Cup was before that. And in the Gold Cup, we played St. Kitts. And at the time we played St. Kitts, their ranking was way in the 100 and something. So yes, we played, we beat Honduras, but we
beat Guatemala. We beat Guatemala.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes.
We drew with the USA. Yes, so we drew with the USA.
No,
we beat
I did not count any games that we tied. I'm saying teams that we beat. Again, we beat teams. When I did this last calculation, it was before we beat Canada. We were beating teams. The average ranking of the teams we had beaten was 119 point something.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be So I'm just going to go by that. Probably Simon knows.
So yes, you can say we beat a team ranked 50 or 60. I'm assuming Honduras was ranked somewhere below 70, right?
And Trinidad is in the top 100.
Yeah, but at the time we beat Trinidad, they were not.
Yeah, but Grenada's in the 170s money, so it would drag down a bit.
Yeah, so right. Grenada is in the 170s. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would drag it down. That's all I'm saying.
But Haiti, and then so that's what I'm saying to you. The games were. Let me give you the games. So the teams that we beat were Trinidad, St. Kitts, Grenada, Honduras, Haiti,
Guatemala.
Yeah.
Guatemala.
Yeah.
So
at the time that we played at the time of those games, those teams were ranked an average of 119 because we had like a 160, 170 in there.
Okay. So what you mean?
And this was before the Canada game. I remember doing this before the Canada game.
Yeah.
So until we consistently beat the Central American teams that are around us, we have to consistently beat the Panamas and the Honduras and the Costa Rica. And we also have to occasionally beat the US and Mexico for us to start saying we are that third team in CONCACAF. We have to beat the Canadas. Because I personally don't think Canada is a tough team. Is as tough a team to beat as most people think. I think they had a really good run leading up to the last World Cup, and after they qualified, they got worse.
Yeah.
Like we saw in the actual tournament. We need to beat those. We need to beat those teams consistently so that we can then, Germany's coming to this side of the world, we can then say, okay, look at us. Yeah. But until then, I think we're delusional to believe that we are not third in CONCACAF, because honestly, based on the football that we've been playing for the last few years, we are not.
All right. Based on what you saw in the Nations League, USA, then Panama, what is your overall assessment of the team in the two recent games?
My assessment. Well, I tried to get some assessment at practice, but Simon allowed the guys to kick me out. But why saying that Manning's man the there, man? Manning's man the there.
You remember him, Simon? You remember
what I saw in the what I saw in the US game. I was most impressed with, and Manning's man, you know that I call a spade when it comes to this team, because I have a lot of emotional investment in this team. So what I saw in the US game was pragmatism, and I saw for the first time, and I've told people this before, for the first time I saw what the coach was trying to do. It was expressed in what the players were doing. It was expressed in the fact that we were without the ball and we were organized and we were allowing the US to get the ball and go laterally, and they were not able to penetrate. with any amount of consistency. They were not. So I was impressed with that, and I thought that was something that we could build on. I saw that the coach had bravery to change the system. He went to a 3 at the back, and Latibadir, for the first time in a Jamaica shirt, looked as if he belonged on the field to me personally. It's just my opinion. Additionally, I saw him play in the Panama game, and I thought he was better.
Yes.
I actually saw him play today. He was substituted in the 60-something minute for Coventry, but it was because they were down and the coach was trying to. He had a good game today. So I saw what the coach was trying to do, and I believe that if we get a midfielder, because I'm still not sold on Casey Palmer, I still think we need to get 1 or 2 pieces in the middle, in the belly, with the burners that we already have on the outside, and the burners that we have been rumored to be getting. I think I think this team has the potential to go to the second round of the World Cup. So World Cup qualification would not impress me with this team. It would be going there competing, and at least in our last game having a really good chance of going to the second round.
I think that's a fair enough assessment. I really like that, because, like I said, I think you can see what the coach is trying to do, and right, and the willingness, like I said, to change the formation, and like most people are saying, the midfield, and maybe that is how teams are built. You try to get your defense organized, or you get your team to defend well first, then you try to fix your midfield, and then you trust the creativity of your players to kind of score, because I always tell people in football, you can score by buck-ups, you don't defend by buck-ups. You have to be organized.
Manning's man, you know what was instructive to me about this Nations League 2 games? At no point was Andre Blake our man of the match. We had 2 Jamaicans making the team of the Nations League finals, and none of them was Andre Blake. That tells you something.
Yeah.
Usually, Andre Blake is being called on to make save after save after save, and is now the shining star on the team.
And 2 defenders. And 2 defenders made the team. the Nations League. Yeah, is it 2 defenders?
And the funny thing is, one of those defenders was cast away by the Jamaican public. He's probably the most unpopular English-based player to ever play for Jamaica.
Maybe he was, not anymore.
Exactly.
Not anymore, because he has got a lot of flop. But good assessment, man. So you'll be at I know you were there with us in Dallas. Will you be able to make, because you know we have 2 games in Texas in Copa. One in Houston, right, Simon?
You're going to Houston, yeah.
And Austin.
Yeah, I have a lot of links in that.
And then when we qualify from out of our group, we end up in what? Arlington?
That's right. Same stadium like Nations League.
Yeah.
Yep.
Semifinals, New Jersey.
Not very far. But hopefully this time Simon don't make them kick me out of practice.
Punctuality, man. CONCACAF.
Yeah, man. All right. Respect for the call. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. That was Boxwood for you. Very, very good call. I like that assessment. You know? Yeah. So I like that breakdown, but I think everything needs to come into alignment. I did see someone saying about who is in charge of CONCACAF. Where is that comment? And I think sometimes this is the issue with the football, that people always believe if Jamaica should host friendlies, it should be in the USA. I don't think that is it. But the person was making the point about
Juras, Fortis,
Yeah, was it Fortis? Yeah, I think it may have been Fortis, but I don't see it.
Yeah,
this is it right here. He says the head of CONCACAF is Canadian, so I highly doubt that he will wait past March to decide the group stage. I don't think it is. Who is the head of competition at CONCACAF? That's probably the person.
And Mr. Montaliani is not in competitions. He's in administration, so that's a different thing. So honestly, Drew Fortis, no, not at all. You know, it's there's equity in these aspects of things. So nobody is teeth in Jamaica.
Danny Dread, I know you're saying man is man. They weren't defending well before. No, are you asking a question or making a statement? I think the team was defending well. I think if you remember when Ethan Pino played, when it except for the Mexico game, how many games did we concede? USA scored. Was it Trinidad scored as well?
Yeah.
I think one of those teams got a penalty in the Gold Cup. Was it Trinidad? Trinidad scored from a penalty or St. Kitts?
No team scored from penalty. Trinidad was awarded a PK, but VAR had turned it around. Right. So when you look at that, the team was defending well, right? But what the caller was saying is that generally Andre Blake has been a part of the good defense in terms of save after save after save and keeping us in the game. In this, I think Panama, he made a brilliant save in the Panama game, and I think probably one other save in the USA game. Indeed.
So I think that is what the caller is saying, that it goes to show that the defending of the team, not just the defenders, is well. And they're doing a whole lot better. But for those who are not able to watch the Carifta, they just had the hurdles, under 17, under 20. So Jamaica swept the hurdles. They had first place in all 4. They had 2 1-2s, 1-1-3, and one of the athletes fell down in the under 17 girls, so we only had the goal. So we only one athlete did not medal in the under 17 category of the hurdles at the Carifta. I know JPL games going on as well. Listen, what you think about this JPL season, Simon?
I'm telling you, what
if Mobile wins tonight, they are in with a chance to make the top 6. They would need to beat Tivoli in their last game and hope that Waterhouse ties or loses their last game.
Yeah, so that's why, the final run of matches, we're going to be like, perhaps keeping eyes on 3 or 4 games at one time. What's a score here? What's a score there? And it would be a prudent decision to have all games at the same
Play at
time.
the same time, yes.
Like in England, the last game week. So yeah, I think that would be an exciting game. It's so funny that you still have 3 teams that can get that 6th position. And I think even that 2nd position in the league is still something that is
Yeah, because Tivoli has to go to Montego Bay, and they can't even afford to draw. And I think Cavaliers has an easy game in their last game that they're expected to win, and that would move Tivoli down to 3rd. And Portmore could also finish 3rd, and not Tivoli, depending on results. So it's still a whole lot, and this is what you want.
Exactly. A whole lot of excitement. And now you start to put the pen to paper, who versus who in the quarters, and which team sits down for the semis. And then, can Pleasant be the first team since Portmore in 20 to win it back to back? Yeah. But I mean,
I think they have, you know what, Simon, let me tell you this. I think Mount Pleasant, one of the key additions that they have made recently is Tevin Shaw. I think he has been really, really doing well. I think he was that glue, that player that was missing in their midfield. I mean, Akwasa Chang has scored in 2 in 2. I don't. So it seems like as one man stops scoring, they have a next one who steps up and starts scoring goals.
Yeah. Such tremendous depth on the pitch. You look at the bench and you just say to yourself, oh, wow, you have this person that come on. You can have Kylie Ouvre the last 10-15 minutes to bring some mayhem as well. So it's amazing the depth that is there, and to be able to kick on. And what a summer that awaits some of those players as well, because immediately after JPL we start talking about World Cup qualifiers and Copa as well. So a great opportunity for those to really impress, to see if any can be able to make the plane for the international assignments this summer.
Yeah. And they also have the Caribbean Club Championship in August as well.
Right, so that's August. So based on the format of the competition, you have 2 groups and 5 teams in each group. Top 2 advances to the semi-finals, and it's going to be 3 Jamaican clubs in that tournament itself. So what's going to happen is that the top 3 teams from the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup qualifiers for the CONCACAF Champions Cup next year, 2025. But yes, again, another great opportunity where you have 100 million eyes on you, television broadcast and radio broadcast of Jamaican clubs on this scale of competition. I think it was great exposure for Dun Behold and Cavalier and also Harbour View last year. So we look forward to see what Mount Pleasant has. I was making the point a couple of weeks ago, and I think like, if there's that continuous investment in Mount Pleasant, for me, the top of their mountain would be to eventually win a CONCACAF title. For me, a decade, 2 decades down the road, seeing them win a CONCACAF Champions Cup, I think for me, that would be the top of the mountain. If you're going to continue the same investment over and over, it would just be a pleasure to see a Jamaican club compete at that level down the road. So if Mr. Gould and company, the great work behind the scenes is being done, then outstanding. But certainly it has to be a step beyond what you do on the island as well. All right, we win the Jamaica Premier League, let's go for the Caribbean title now, step by step. Yeah. Nice.
I see Chris King asking what will determine the qualification to the Gold Cup in 2025.
Yes, so it will be based on the Nations League of 2024-2025 that will determine the 2025 Gold Cup spots. In terms of if it's top 2 in a group or top 3 in a group, that is still to be determined by CONCACAF. But the next edition of the Nations League will be used as a qualifier for the 2025 Gold Cup. So that is where things are right now, where the Gold Cup is concerned.
Yeah. And the next thing, I mean, why so last year we had Falkland and Chapperton Maroons getting promoted, they got demoted. This year, Limeall, Treasure Beach get promoted, they get demoted. What is happening? Why the promoted teams, like every season, gets demoted again?
Yeah, it's the first taste of life for the likes of Treasure Beach and Limeall at this level, knowing the standards that you have to meet.
No, Limeall has been to the Premier League before Benfica.
Fine, a couple of years, but it's been some time. So for me, it's about being able to. That's why I think it's so important that we have you have CONCACAF to show them the ropes about what the demands of what is needed. Because Lime Hall went nowhere Benfica, but that was some time, and you look at the makeup of the squad, and it is quite a contrast to what it used to be. You think about interest as well. Punctuality is important. They played against Arnott Gardens a couple of weeks ago, and they arrived to the ground without their kit. So it's very important that certain things are in place, and everybody is aware of their responsibilities so well.
Go ahead, Simon, and then I'll take the call. Hold on, do it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I finished the point that I was to make. So interested to hear what you have to say.
I see Duckland saying it's money, but Duckland, I want to believe that Treasure Beach has enough money to run a club. All right, but we have Dwight online. Dwight, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Why I say, man, you can hear me loud and clear?
We can hear you. I wouldn't say loud, but I'm not sure on the clear part. But go ahead.
All right. No, maybe one of the things that the JPL needs to look into is possibly doing a promotion and regulation playoff where the two regulated teams compete against the two promoted teams to see who goes up. And they can do that in maybe a June window after the JPL Championship League is done. Because what you're seeing is the teams don't have enough quality going into the beginning of the season to compete in the JPL. And that might be a financial and an organizational issue.
Yeah, but teams have come up and stayed up, because Mount Pleasant came up and stayed up.
Yeah.
Veer came up and has stayed up.
True.
Mullins came up and have stayed up. Dumby Holland came up and have stayed up. Even went to a finals.
Good point there. No, that's true. So maybe it's an issue where the teams out west are not able to get the players that they need to survive, because it's the Western Jamaican teams that are not stayed up.
And I think if it wasn't with the issue with the leadership at Chopperton Maroons, with the whole Lenny Hyde and the players moving, they possibly, and they had lost some points and all of that, I think they probably would have been able to maintain their position, because they look like they had a good thing until that decision was made. Yeah,
that's true. But it does give teams that when they come up, what they realistically need to do to survive. They basically, if they have a community side or they still have the same players, they're not going to survive. The JPL has always been, for the past 15, 20 years in Jamaica, the top playing football league in Jamaica. Regardless of the aesthetics of it, it is the highest level of football in Jamaica. So no question about that. In regards to Mount Pleasant is, you can see that Peter Poole and the administration has been intentionally building a team that can survive the rounds of the Caribbean Cup competition. They're building a team that's supposed to win the JPL title each year, but more importantly, they're deep enough to go and play internationally and look good and possibly sell some players. That should be what Whitmore's plan is go deep in the Caribbean Cup and then sell 2 or 3 players, reload and come again, and they should be able to do that for the next 3 or 4 years easily. So more pleasant along with Cavalier. And you never know what more and Dundee Holden has been looking good. So our team should look better against international. When I say international, they should look much better against the Central American teams and the North American teams than they have in the past.
Okay, good point. I think there are a lot of clubs that are organizing it. I think Portmore has really rebranded, rebuilt themselves, and are looking very. I mean, they had fell off for a while, but I think they're pretty organized. Mobile United has a proper organizational structure in place since they have transferred ownership to Stewart and the gentleman from Rainforest forgot his name. So they you can see the turning fortunes in terms of their performances. So I think in terms of structure, there are a few teams in the league that are doing well. I mean, the cousins at Veer, formerly Jamalco, I mean, they have a good system in place because, like I said, they have been in the league for quite a while and they have brought through some talent, including Fitzroy Cummins, who was there with them, who is at Mount Pleasant as well. So, yeah, and I felt like Chapperton had something good with the Clarendon College connection and Lenny Hyde, and that just fell apart because of, I guess, personality conflicts and stuff. Harbour View has always had a steady program at their club, though they have not been able to play at their home ground for a few years now, which
I think which has affected them. That affects Harbour View. Harbour View is a tough team at home. That not having that crowd behind them has seen them dropped off a little bit.
Yeah, and then you have like teams like Arnett Gardens, who their MPs are normally involved in their teams as the chairman of the club, which I think helps to bring again some level of management and leadership at the club. You notice a team like Arnett Garden, they have sold a lot of players to teams like Mount Pleasant. So when you think about it, there are things happening if you really pay attention to. As CC asking like, who owns? I don't understand the point of CC question. Like, who own the clubs? Like, because and CC saying because that information helps people with supporting teams. Like, if you know who own the club, you determine what team to support. CC.
No, brother. Can't agree with that one.
So I'm not sure of the point that he's making.
But management, the real thing that will get the club and overall Jamaica football growing is once overseas teams start coming to Jamaica to start playing friendlies, especially across the North Coast, where you can pull the tourism board and they can do a trip.
But tell me, let's be realistic now. Tell me which club from overseas would do pre-season camp in Jamaica and where?
It would be at a realistic level. You're talking about, let's say, a CPL team from Canada or a USSL championship team, or MLS Pro Next Pro team, and they would have to be on the North Coast. Maybe they go down the toll road and play a friendly in town and come back. But it would be a MLS Next Pro, USL or CPL team. That sort of.
But I don't think that sort of. What do you think, Simon? Do you think like bringing those teams will really, like increase attendance at games? I don't think like a MLS Next Pro team will have any sort of influence on club support in Jamaica.
No, not club support in terms of bringing the level of play. So, but we have to creep before we have to walk, because everybody going to want Liverpool, Arsenal, and all the big sides to come in right away. But if you can't host a second or third tier team in an international game, and you can host them well to build a friendly, you're going to have a challenge going to the big teams. So you probably make that hold what you can manage first, and then build your pilot with 3 or 4 decent friendlies, more big, more pleasant, and maybe an Arnett Gardens, and then build from there. And we're talking preseason friendlies here, or even for their midpoint season, they come in on January, February, their preseason, mid-season JPL.
I'm just thinking, what I'm thinking about, Dwight, is I'm thinking about what surface these teams are going to play on in Jamaica.
Dude, that's paramount. I think we have the hotels, we have the facilities, the physios to do it. We just need to have those fields in I won't say world-class condition, but very, very good condition, so there's no chance of injury. And they're not going to come down and train on artificial surface.
Let me tell you what I think. Charlton Athletic would be a good team to bring to Jamaica because they have a Mount Pleasant connection. But where would they play a game? It would be to do some sort of training without probably not engaging and where people can go and watch them train. But I don't think we have, except for probably the National Stadium, which in the summer may not be even in ideal conditions, given you're going to have all kind of stuff happening. We're going to have the Jamaica Invitational happening this year. And you also have trials for the Olympics happening on the surface. So we don't.
And you know there's going to be a 1-2 stage show that mash up the field come August, September. You already know that.
I feel like they're not going to, and I feel like the stage show thing is not going to happen again.
Yeah. But there'll be Grand Gala, but I don't think another stage show.
Yeah, maybe Grand Gala, yes, Simon, but not a next stage show. I don't think they'll go down that path again.
Man, so really what is needed, right? The Mobile Stadium has to be brought up to a good standard. First, the pitch has to be brought up to good standard because the location and the stands are good. It's the pitch that needs to be improved, right? And they've been working on that. So if you fix Mobile, you have one. But in terms of what is over towards Trelawney, Ocean, and that, I last time I was in Trelawney, I was over there. I was over there November. That it has the space, but the whole setup is bad. Trelawney needs a private company to run that facility because whatever government going on there is not going to happen.
Yeah. All right, I hear you.
Right, all right, boss. Respect them.
Yeah, man. So like you're on the road, so drive safe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. All right. I think it's a good idea to bring in like clubs and stuff, but I just feel like, how is that really going to work? Like, because clubs come in to train, they want quality surfaces because this is your preseason. You understand what I mean, Simon? So, and where in Jamaica do we have that? You also have a lot at that time, even the schools. Like, if you think about schools that have good surfaces, which one? St. George's?
Mm-hmm.
St. George's probably have the best like field as a school that has some sort of stand. Is Emmett Park? Where again? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, Emmett Park for crickets. Yeah.
KC don't have. JC you can't use up there.
I was thinking Glenmuir, but no stands at Glenmuir. But
there's no stand. Yeah. So I think, and that is it. So I don't know. I don't know if even like I hear the Trelawney multi-purpose or the Trelawney Stadium, but again, like that would take a lot of work. Somebody's asking about Microfield. I've been hearing people saying that Micro has good quality surface.
It's decent. I've been there when they played other sporting disciplines on it. But for training, it can pass, in my opinion. But it's just that it's multi-purpose. So you're going to have other sporting disciplines using it as well, not football specific. So that's why I would look in another direction than Michael.
Yeah. And I mean, even if somebody stays at, say they're going to use Mount Pleasant, the academy field that they have, which is good, it's not for games because they don't even play games on it. And that is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well said. Well said.
Yeah.
Yep. One step at a time.
Yeah. So for the persons, I mean, Kevin Gay Fowler and Ali K. Reynolds got 1-2 in the under-17 800 meters for girls at the Carifta. That's where they're at right now. All right. I think they're going to have the boys under-17 800 meters. All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So once. All right. Yeah, Simon. So listen, I watched my Duckland. Ipswich played Southampton today, and I'm telling you, I didn't get to watch all the game, but Omari Hutchinson had a good game up to the point that I saw it. No, I don't. Like I said, I didn't get to watch the entire game. They ended up winning 3-2. All right, he didn't score. They defeated Southampton. Very good game, playing like a number 10 right there. They're actually leading.
The championship.
With what, 6 games left? They're leading. But Leicester has a game in hand. And if Leicester wins, Leicester goes a point ahead of them. Right? So it is Ipswich, Leeds, and Leicester. It's from those 3 that 2 will get automatic promotion. But I mean, he looked very, very good today. I know some people have been asking about him. So the first part is looking ahead, who will be added. And my thing is that it is a player like this, young, very good, that many people are saying that what about him being an option to be a part of the senior boys setup and thing? Who are some of the players out there that realistic options that could add some quality to this team, given what we have seen? Like Backsuit said, that would push us to second round World Cup, the World Cup when we get there. Coming out of our zone, which is very realistic, coming out of our group at the Copa, and you don't know who you'll play and what can happen from there. So what are your thoughts on Omari Hutchinson? Firstly, his quality from what you have seen from him in the championship this season.
I think it was a great idea for him to go out on loan to get the experience. I mean, yes, being at Chelsea, he would have been training in with the first team, but in terms of going to Ipswich, he getting the guaranteed playing time. And already this season, you're looking at a player that has played over 40 games this season, 36 of which in the championship itself, and also contributing with goals and assists. So he's having a role in the process for Ipswich. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ipswich gets promoted that he spends another season on loan, because at least he'll be playing in the Premier League for a full season. But as a player, his quality is tremendous, and we're just going to have to respect what Coach Helgrimson said in the press conference about him prior to the Nations League, where he said that he's in dialogue with him and his father, and has respected him for his focus to be on Ipswich at this point in time. So we throw our moral support on him and hope they get promoted, and then from there look forward to welcoming him in national colours again whenever that may be. But yes, for now we put all the love behind him as well to get promoted. And I want to see the likes of Lati Bodere and Casey Palmer of Coventry move from 7th into the top 6 as well. So I want to see all the Jamaicans get promoted, even Brandon Cover at Leicester as well. If they can finish in the top 2 and push Leeds to 3rd, I would love that as well.
Yeah, because Cover has been in some match day squad as of recent. He has been I don't know that he has played in the championship in the recent games, but I know that he has been a part of some of the match day squads.
Yeah, exactly. It was the FA Cup in terms of the first team involvement that he actually played. But you're right, in terms of, training, traveling with the first team, that has been consistent. But in terms of playing of recent note, it's just been 90 minutes every single game in the under-21s for Leicester, which is fine. He's still getting his match sharpness and everything, but he's training with the first team as well. So this is good. And of course, this is his boyhood club, and he has a contract with them as well. So I'm confident if Leicester City can get promoted, that at some point he'll get some more opportunities with the club. It'll come in time.
Yeah, but some of the players we haven't heard about was like Casanova. We haven't heard a lot about him and Delano Splat. Younger players who have been invited before. I know, like Casanova came, but he wasn't able to play. I think that was the time of the Trinidad friendlies. And Delano Splat as well. I mean, what is the update on those players?
Yeah, so firstly, with Delano and Fulham's under 21s, this season he's had 8 matches and scored 2 goals, so hasn't been regular in sort of that standpoint in terms of matches, but he has played, but you could say more has been a squad player from that sort of standpoint. We know he had the opportunity of going to Austria as well, so that would have been a great opportunity for him from a national team standpoint. Now, in relation to Dante Casanova with Tottenham, he's had 12 appearances, so more with Tottenham in the Premier League 2 or the Under 21 League, whichever way you want to look at it. 12 appearances with Tottenham Hotspur, and he's an individual that has played regularly. He only missed the game on Friday against Crystal Palace, but prior to that, he played against Arsenal and Everton and West Brom. 90 minutes. Sometimes he gets taken off 68th minute, but in terms of Dante, he has played in the Under 21s. For Tottenham Hotspur. So it's been good progression. And as you know, it's going to be very difficult in terms from the Tottenham standpoint. Maybe he'll spend another season in the under 21s, or it might mean going out on loan as well. But I must say that the manager of Tottenham, Ange Postecoglou, has been monitoring games within the under 21s. So we'll see. I think a good preseason is what can determine the future for a lot of players. So come July, if he has a solid preseason, then you never know. He just gets expedited to the front. Yeah. A
player that I like, I think he has some relative that's also playing the team from he was at Norwich. I think he's at Bournemouth now. Is Max Aaron.
Yeah.
I mean, a next young player like 23 years old and stuff. A lot of people believe that he would be good, a good choice at right back, though Dexter has been doing fantastic. I think Dexter is not, I don't know, I don't want to say rated, but I think because his personality,
humble,
just him being a person, I think he's underestimated, like his quality. Because what he was able to do against Christian Pulisic for that first half against USA is phenomenal. Any other player who did it, they would have been, getting, big praise. And for him, I don't think people realize that the goal that he scored, he has made a CONCACAF team. So I'm not like petitioning for his replacement. I'm just saying, but going into tournaments like these, you need replacement. And I believe he's on 2 yellow cards, which means he misses Jamaica's next game.
So depth is so important because you're going to have situations where you have suspensions, and that's in relation to card accumulation, as you rightfully said. So, we'll see how things progress. But even in tournament settings, back-to-back yellows, and bam, the third game, you miss out. So that is why it's extremely important to have depth. And I'm sure Coach Holgrimson has been making notes as well along the lines about, scenarios, could be a plan B here and here. So you're absolutely right. So, but I have a lot of admiration for Dex and what he has done, help Hearts qualify for the Europa League in Scotland already. But I think Wolves will bring him back for pre-season at the end of Copa America. But, Dex is just a fantastic player, and it's amazing that he's just 20. He has a whole life ahead of him for Jamaica. And when I see him and Karoy Anderson hanging out, it brings a smile to my face, because I'm saying, like, in a decade, these are going to be the senior players. These are going to be the Damian Lowes and the Andre Blakes, So it's just great to see.
And even Karoy, I feel like Karoy needs a move. I don't want to say move, but I feel like he could be playing, at his age. Yeah.
It really was, you could say, after the Canada game, that club-wise he started to get some game. So now he has 20 matches for Charlton. But you're right. So for me, if it means that he has to go on loan, I don't have an issue with that at all. Just let him get a full season elsewhere. I don't mind that at all. Unless you're going to say, this is your man at the start of the season in central midfield. Because I believe he has the ability to do that. He might be 19, but to me, he is ready for big man football, and he has proven that as well. Whenever he stepped on the field for Jamaica, you've seen how comfortable he looks on the ball, the way he turns away from people. You know, it just fills you with admiration seeing Karoy being able to do that.
Yeah.
Just so unfortunate. On the time.
Maybe you can give us some clarity. Someone asking about Emil Smith Rowe, and I think someone says that he has 3 English first team caps already.
Yeah, he has 3 caps for England. He played 2 World Cup qualifiers and he played one friendly for England. I know it came when he was 21 years old. You know, what I need to brushing upon is if it is 3 competitive caps that disqualifies you or 3 caps specifically, no matter what it might be. But he has played 2 World Cup qualifiers and 1 friendly match for England. So that's,
wow.
Yeah. So that's his story.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
For those who are watching the Premier League, Montego Bay are 2 goals up. Owen Garden in the 3rd minute. Harbour View 0. And Johan Weatherly has scored in the 55th minute. So Mobie 2, Harbour View 0. And I think Casey will be out for that first game as well because I think he's on card suspension. I believe he picked up 2 cards. So there you go. Like I said, the depth is important because people will be out. People you don't know. People could be injured. So having quality in depth is important, especially going into the World Cup qualifiers. So Danny Dredd is saying that we need at least 3 players in each position.
Yeah, I would even go as far as even saying 4 as well, because we're heading into a cycle where you're going to have a World Cup qualifying, Nations League and Gold Cup simultaneously. So, you're right in terms of the numbers. So that is going to be extremely critical. And heading into the Copa America, we need to ensure that we have 6 points in our bag from World Cup qualifying. That's non-negotiable. We shouldn't be going into Copa America or going into the next 12 months with anxiety saying, oh, we should have gotten this win or we should have done that. We should have 6 points in the back of our mind so we can focus solely on Copa America now. Get these 6 points out of the way.
Yeah, because the next window will be in 2025, right?
June 2025, so 1 year from now. We don't want to be huffing and puffing or having some nervous or anxiety for 1 year saying what we should do, what we should have done. Get the 6 points and we press on. Yeah, so you're right.
And for that, we have Guatemala at home and BVI
away. Yeah, so when we play BVI away, that's when Guatemala and Domrep face each other. So somebody's going to drop points there. So we just have to ensure that against BVI, we go to the sword.
Yeah. So once we win the first 3 games, because I thought it was 1 team, just a group winners coming out, but I heard elsewhere that it's 2 teams.
No, it's a top 2 that advance, but there is an extra incentive for finishing at the top of the group in terms of being higher seeded.
Yes.
The 3rd round. So, if you want to avoid a Panama or a Costa Rica, it does well if you're able to finish at the top of your group.
Yeah. Winston Fowling is saying that it is competitive game, so the friendly would not count. I'm not sure on the rules, so I couldn't speak to that.
Yeah, well, he has played 2 competitive games and 1 friendly, and this is when he was 21 years old. So
okay,
so that's the situation with him. Yeah. Unlike somebody like Emil Smith, Ainsley Niles has 5.
He's man. He won't be able to play again. I think like Reese Nelson can play if he does that. He's the next one. So there are a few of them, but I think it is our host is saying players have to commit early. I think that is important, right? And he's saying that Andre Blake has been speaking about this, that the players need to be approached and commit early so the team can basically, for the most part, be set. But to be fair to the coach, the coach has kept a group of players for a year now.
Absolutely.
And counting. So credit must be given for that. There are like 11 players that once fit and not suspended, they have been in the coach's squad. So we can't say that it has been chopping and changing. You understand me? But he invites players, but generally, you'd say that there's a core that he has kept for over a year that he has been working with them. But players get injured and form falls off, and so you'll always have to have those spaces to incorporate others into the system. I see Fresh God saying, what about Sims? Simon, this is a former Everton player, I think, or is he still Everton player out on loan?
He's at Coventry now with Latia Badir and Casey Palmer. So his mom's side of the family is from Poland, and Poland are in the Euros. So I'll leave it there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. It looks like some competition there, people. So, yeah. Then Jason is saying, man, is the documentation aspect for players going more smoothly? No, you know that I could, because I'm not involved in the documentation. It will be very difficult for me to answer where that is concerned. I'd want to believe though that would have learned some lessons to make sure that we're doing our best to make these things happen faster than they are. But I don't know, it's not something that I can speak to because I'm not involved in that aspect of it.
Well, like I've always said on this platform as well, Mannings, we can always look back at, these camps under Coach Holgrimson. Whenever we've had a call-up or a camp, how many quote-unquote new faces would you have? 2 or 1? And we see that trend continuing. So whenever we're going into June and beyond, it would be unfair to expect 10, 12, 15 new faces, because that is not how Coach Holgrimson is and how he operates with the technical staff. So, I think that should be clear for everybody as well. With everything, it's like there's a consistency when it comes to that aspect.
Yeah. Our house music says that keeping up the core is what has caused the improvement we have seen.
Yes.
All right. Winston Sims was on the coach radar. What has changed? Who said something has changed?
I don't know who said anything has changed. I don't know.
CC Google said, Simon says Article 9.
All I said
of the FIFA.
All I said was that he played 2 competitive games and a friendly. Regarding Smith Rowe, he played 2 competitive games and a friendly. That's what I said.
So CC qualifies Smith Rowe for what?
I think he's saying that qualifies him for the black, green, and gold. That is what he's saying.
But let's hope we don't have another catastrophe like Bailey Cutter. What is cut? People, we're making too much of this, too much of that. Listen, the player's 19, he made a choice. It doesn't stop him from still representing Jamaica, So let me just say that. At he's what, 19 or 18?
18.
18. He can still represent Jamaica. Right? So he could want to so I don't think it is like, would we have preferred if he had done it initially? Yes, it's not done. What if he decides next window that he wants to? Then there you go. Jason just presenting some other information here. He says, he said he was the age of 21 years old at the time, so he is cap tied after 1 cap. I think he's speaking about Emil Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you trust him?
Trust who?
No. I'm asking Claudine. it's listen, it's a 18-year-old. Robbie was on my program and he speaks about the agent, the pressure from people. So what we have to understand is that there's a lot of pressure. And so he made a choice. Maybe he looked at it and said, listen, let me go and play under 19, raise my profile and all of that. But next window I'll play for Jamaica. You just don't know. Just give it time, I believe. All right. CC, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, man, I don't know why. To be honest, I don't know why they making such a big deal out of the youngster going to play youth football for a country that he grew up in and everything. Yeah, it's just like you get 2 chances and him got an opportunity to go and represent them. You go and represent them, see what he can do. Like even if he don't come and represent Jamaica in the future, then we still I wish the youngster the best, and he's still eligible to play for Jamaica. I don't see any big deal in it. Plus, he would get probably so. I just think we probably can move on from that in terms of that management, but not necessarily saying move on from the player because he hasn't passed the period where he's still eligible to play for Jamaica. So our interest still lies with the player. But what I want to know is this management.
So the information that you were presenting, Jason is saying is not accurate. Emil Simitu is actually tied.
Well, guess what happened? Time can tell you if Jamaica is still interested in the party. And
what time can tell? But the rule, he's saying that according to the rule, he's tied. What time can do?
Listen, then remember, you know, I quoted FIFA eligibility rule, right? This person named Jason Guna. What is he quoting? Something from the year?
No.
I gave a specific rule, you know.
Yeah, but he's saying that the player was 21. Did you check the age? I'm just CC, I'm just asking you a question. All right. If the rule applies to players under the age of 21 and Emil Smith Rowe was 21, then all I'm saying is that Jason is right. Did you check the age?
If I check the players' age.
Yeah, when you were reading the rule, did you check the age as part of it?
Yeah, because you have a part there say 21. There's other section of the rule, you know.
Oh, so
I'm saying to you that why would I not check the age? But there's other section of the rule. Why would I not check the age?
No, I'm asking CC. So you're saying that based on your reading of the rule, he can play.
That's what I'm saying. So,
okay, all right then, cool. I don't believe that he can play based on my reading of the rule and him being 21 when he represented England.
All right, then, I mean, as I said, you know, it's left up to interpretation. If you say you don't believe
it's not up to interpretation, CC. I'm telling you, it is clear. You didn't read the part about 21 years old, CC.
You remember the last guy who came on here and challenged me about the whole. I think it was at some Olympics. So. But anyway.
Nobody not challenging you, CC.
All right, so you don't think he can represent Jamaica? Me think he can represent Jamaica based on what I read and based on what I saw.
Okay, all right.
Then, yeah. No, I'm saying.
The man them say must use the Clarendon Duppy and lose. What? Go ahead, CC. Yeah, make a point. You're making.
Yeah. This one.
You forget what you were saying.
No, man, none of that. Yeah. I was saying that, like, with the World Cup qualification.
No, you were talking about the young player and the decision that he made. You know, that's what you were talking about.
No, but remember, I was saying, I was spoke on the young player already. I'm saying that we cannot. I don't think it does more harm for us to go out there and criticize the young player's decision that he's making at this age, right? Than more good for Jamaica in terms of if it is. I'm not saying we can sway his decision, but when these things are tried in the public where we are saying, oh, some persons probably say, oh, him insult Jamaica, look at we and all of them things. There's certain things. The player was born in the country, and he has ties to Jamaica and he has ties to that country. So a decision came up where he could represent the country and try to make it to play for England. We don't know in the future what the player will decide. At this point in time, that is what he decided. I'm just thinking that we can respect his decision. Because you have people probably saying that we probably should not go in for him because if he's not committed now, when will he be committed? So I think that's the situation that I was referring to.
Okay.
No, but I was saying in terms of World Cup qualification coming up and I'm saying that in terms of like marketability, in terms of the team, right? So I think a lot of the players on the team, some people might disagree with this, but a lot of the players on the team, people in the country, then I would say, was not necessarily familiar with the players. So I would want to know what would you think about like a suggestion where leading up to the World Cup qualification campaign, you have a core set of players that we could basically advertise or broadcast to the nation in terms of like if you have billboard or any billboard probably expensive, but any way where you could put in the people's mind where we can say, oh, all right, these 6 or 7 players, I want to say, oh, these players are going to be a part of the campaign going forward. Not saying you're guaranteeing stuff, but I'm just saying in order to get the fans more, or that's intimate with the team, to get more tickets to be sold and more people and faces in the stadium.
What do you think, Simon, about that?
A billboard. Yeah, it's a costly venture to do that. I agree the idea in terms of advertisements and everything. I'm on board with that. Billboard, no. That's
You know what I think though? I think that's what I'm saying. Billboard probably expensive. But the next thing.
Why would you suggest it then, CC?
No, I'm suggesting it.
And
because
then
that's what is top of the mind right now. But I know that it's expensive, man.
Okay.
But I'm saying to you that if it is that we end up in partnerships where you have companies that already have billboards, but them have like a flipboard, like where a billboard shows one thing and then it flips and shows another thing. So even if we get a sponsorship like that where they already have a billboard, so their business is showing on one and then it flips and it shows the Reggae Boyz on one. If you understand what I'm saying.
Okay. And I think I know the ones that you're talking, yes.
Yeah. So I'm saying if we could get even a sponsorship like
first,
that,
but you have to also understand what you'd have to also understand is what is there a deal in terms of the players and their image rights and stuff like that, because some of the times those things are contractual, so you'd have to really yeah.
I mean, that's one of it. And then I think even probably in the YouTube space, because I see a lot of the YouTube, the content creators, we always start this game where, we want to see Jamaica qualify and everything. But I mean, they're probably doing a lot already, but I think in terms of advertising, so we know that we always have constructive criticism. But I think leading up to the
always have constructive criticism on YouTube.
No, I'm saying there's always some criticism there. There's always criticism. But I'm thinking that leading up to the World Cup, what I think a lot of the YouTubers or content creators can do is, and I don't know how they will take this, but in terms of advertise and promote in the players. Like they could even do a set where they come and discuss a few players and say, oh, this is where this player is playing.
But they do all the YouTubers are already doing that.
But I'm saying to you that I just think in a way in which it is connecting to the people and
but why you think the people CC, why you think so many people watch the YouTube space? Because they want to know about the players. They will watch Simon, watch The Deal, they will watch JD, they will watch JT, they will watch I Am Sure Sports, Coaches Desk, Ryan LFC, they watch all the channels.
But I feel like sometimes, man, because I feel like sometimes I was just saying.
You have to understand now, CC, you still live inside the radio world, You're always talking. You always you listen to radio every day, so you don't follow what is on YouTube.
Let me know what YouTube every day. Me watch YouTube almost every day too. Watch YouTube almost every day till the mornings, man. Go to the matches and stuff when you can. So I'm saying, I'm just thinking about ideas where we can get more people into the stadium to watch the games and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking about that side of it, because I really think this is a golden opportunity for us to qualify for the World Cup and build on going forward, especially given the fact that the under-20 World Cup the under-17 I think going forward will now be every year. I think it's from when? 2025? You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, yes.
So I'm thinking that if we can qualify to the Senior World Cup, which would generate revenue for us, which we could in turn pump into all the youth programs and qualify, because if you have 8 U17 World Cups over 8 years, we are thinking that we should be qualifying for all of them, if not most of them. So I think that now would boost our development of players, because players would be playing and getting international exposure and then matriculating to quite possibly the senior team. Because I think this is what a lot of persons probably not missing enough. And I think this is something that I think is helping Jamaica senior team right now. A lot of the players that we have right now have played international youth football, right? So they have played football at the international level.
What you saying? A lot of the players where?
That is playing for Jamaica.
I've played at the international level.
In terms of youth. So if they play for like England under 19 or under the overseas players, and then you have players who played for who are some of the locally born players. I'm saying that they had played international football at the youth level.
Okay.
For example, Latibody would have captained the England youth team to the U17 World Cup title. So he has captained a team to a
I'm trying to figure out what is the point of this particular argument.
I'm saying the point of this particular argument is that experience is invaluable in terms of contributing to the scene at the senior level, as opposed to you have a player who plays but has never necessarily played until he plays senior football, until he gets called to the national team. He has never played U17. He has never played U20 in terms
but
of
very few.
But
no, all right. So there are two things. All right. Most players that normally make your national team, I would say the greater percentage of them played at either under 15, under 17, or under 20. Most.
All right, so question. So let me ask you a question.
Most of them.
Previous to now, how
yes.
many players would have played for Jamaica and they had played at the under 17 or under 20?
Almost, give me a name and I can tell. Almost all of them. I mean, if you look at the Jamaican teams over the years, the players who have represented at the senior level played youth football for Jamaica, for the most part. You may have some exceptions. So if you go back to Bibi and you go back to Andy Williams, you go back to Hector Wright, you go all the way back. They played youth football. Freddie Butler, the Dean Sweet, they played youth football. Even now, Andre Blake played youth football.
I'm not talking about regionally, I say internationally, but in any event, I'll take your point. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying though, CC, is that you are using the fact that these guys, Latibody played some of the English players, is in the European competition they play, the Euro under 17. You're saying
but I'm saying
no. Let me finish make the point I am making, and then I'll let you speak. But you are going to do that, but you're not going to use when our players play in the under 17 qualifiers in CONCACAF. So, but you want to use what they do in qualifiers in Euros for the UEFA, but you're not using CONCACAF because you're saying CONCACAF is not a World Cup. But you're going to use UEFA. That's all I'm saying. So CONCACAF is the equivalent of what they do in UEFA. So if you're saying that Topi and Magee, they never played international football at the U17 when they played against Mexico in the U20 qualifiers. But then you're going to find the players who played for England in the under 20 qualifiers in Europe and say that they play internationally. I think it is not the best example. That is my point.
All right, man.
No, I mean, I'm saying you can make up. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Simon. So if Jamaica have an under-17 team that tries to qualify for the World Cup, they are knocked out by USA. To say that those players have not played internationally for Jamaica because they never qualified. But when a player gets called to the England under-17, play in the qualifier, maybe don't go to a World Cup, you say that that player has played international football for England at the youth level, but the Jamaican didn't play international football for Jamaica at the youth level. I don't think that is right.
Yeah, I agree. So even like the under-20s recently in St. Kitts, they've played for Jamaica. They've played for Jamaica and they've played overseas. So that counts. Whenever you represent Jamaica at any level, under-15, under-17, under-20, whether you're at the World Cup or not.
It all adds up, man. A smart passive success is asking someone, what's up with Tayshaun Oakley Booth? I don't.
He just signed to a team in Portugal and he's only played one game since signing in January. So he needs some minutes under his belt. You know, consistency in playing time is important with him. But yeah, he's in Portugal, a different environment from England. So all the best to him.
Okay, and this one is from Turtleman. Manisman, I think that should be big up. What is the situation? I think that should be with Andy Cole.
Andy Cole finished the ball.
Andy Cole.
Andy Cole. Baller, man.
Andy Cole.
Yeah, man. Big baller, that man. Cole.
No, maybe is what if maybe Devante Cole is trying to ask about.
No, we're making joke, man.
Yeah.
But
let's see. Listen, I try. I think Simon has to do the same. It's very difficult in the position that you are to kind of speak on some of these issues. And I always say you have to understand the sensitivity of these issues and stuff. It's very unfortunate. And things. So you have to wait and see as many one thing I know is that one thing I can say, and though I don't speak for the coach, I can only go by what I've seen. If you're a quality player, you're playing regularly, you're doing well, and you have your Jamaican citizenship, Coach Al Grimson will not be afraid to call you up. So if you are playing in the championship, you're playing in the Premier League, you're playing quality football, you have your Jamaican citizenship, the coach will call you up. All right? That's what I will tell you. It don't matter if you think that there is a next player. If he believes that you're good enough to be a part of his mix, he's going to call you.
Yeah.
And I keep on saying to people, every window that he has, he generally brings in 2 new players.
Yeah. And that's been the consistency there. And you could say that's one of the reasons why the team is playing as is right now, because of that general core that has been around since Austria to present. So that helps big time in that aspect of things as well. So yeah. It'll come. It will come.
Mobile United 3, Harbour View 0. They just scored a penalty.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. But Harbour View won't be relegated.
Disappointing though. I would say they've been my disappointment of the season because of how they started the year, playing in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, defeating the team that went on to win the tournament in Robin Hood, going through the group stages, getting to the 3rd place playoff and finishing 4th. Did very well in that competition, and just to see the form domestically in the Jamaica Premier League, I was really disappointed to see where they finish, especially in February, taking on Treasure Beach.
the result and a performance there as well. But they're in the league another season, so a lot of reevaluation, a lot of thinking.
A lot of people wanted Harbour View to get relegated. I can tell you that.
Oh boy. Yeah, and we'll see what, in terms of the Professional Football Jamaica Limited, PFJL, what they will say for next season. Will we keep the double headers, keep that going on, or will we have, Arnett play a jungle, all right, Humberland play here, everybody play at their home venue. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself, sir. Yeah, man.
There you go.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
I'm good.
You have to tell Simon. Simon, don't pick up your voice, So you have to tell Simon who I'm talking to,
Oh, Simon. Yeah, this is KJ. So big up yourself.
KJ. Okay. Big up.
Yeah. Real quick. In that different guys was just thinking about Harbour. Are they have a lot of injuries, or is just bad form or whatever?
You have to ask Simon. And I'm going to call Dre Anywhere Sports. Where are you? What is the man want to know if Harbour View have a lot of injuries? So let me give you the Harbour View starting 11. And you can tell me if you think there's a lot of injuries. All right. So let me give you that starting 11. Hold on, Simon. You're a Harbour View fan, so you have to answer that. But let me give you them starting 11. Maybe in goal they have Glenn Rice Samuel. They have Orlando Harding, Romain Breckenridge. Guard Stewart, recently played for Jamaica. Okemo Jones, formerly of Clarendon College, regular starter. Kasim Priestley, regular starter. Joshan Anglin, national regular starter. Demar Rose, national player, regular starter. Rowan Brown, Andre Fagan, player that was overseas and is back. Omar Thompson, regular starter. So I don't know. You understand me? What's going on?
Well, honestly, if we're being Frank Manning's man, I would say 10 of those 11 started the season. Just Romario Palma, the goalkeeper at Harbour View. But apart from that, you're looking at close to, if not their best team on the field, and especially the one that started the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup back in August as well. So this is Harbour View's best unit, if we're being frank. So
there you have it, sir.
I remember even last year when unit from Mobile United was coming in, and there's a lot of controversy regarding that because another team from Mobile was saying they should have gotten the call or the opportunity, and to see how Mobile is.
Oh yeah. That was Mobile, but was that Mobile and what other?
Yeah, but Mobile kind of struggled a little bit last year, but this year the improvements, even that 3-1 right now, I'm like, man. It's like, a whole turnaround, and like I said, Harbour View was just in the CONCACAF qualification.
And they were in the playoffs last season.
Yeah. So it's just like a big drop, big turnaround. I don't know if it's too much ball or what. But it's just kind of weird still. That's what I wonder still. But, I actually want to ask. I think we know it. We all been talking about it. But I'm looking ahead and also for the future. Simon, I know you're a person that supports a lot of players in terms of you might track them and everything across the world, the globe, and even the youth them in Jamaica. You too, management, because I know you work with a lot of young players too. But have you seen any future midfielders per se, whether we're talking from a professional level, even to youth level? I'm not saying that needed in the team right now, but the possible to come, you can probably track those ones coming, and then possible ones where you can say, so this one have a potential, because we see over and over how much problem we've been having in the midfield, and it's like it's not an easy fix, it's not an easy find, but it's like why we can't even find at least a one or a two. I don't know. It's hard to say. I know some of them might have the answers, but in my head, I'm just saying, what you see? Have you seen anything from your perspective where you say, for future, these players look promising, and right now some potentials we see those might be there. You know what I mean? Where your guys' mindset on that?
Yeah, for me, I think I think Splat is a good player. Kira Anderson, young player as well. I think those are two in terms of the players who are like under 20 that we can look to in Jamaica. Listen, I was a fan of Malachi Douglas until to he went back to school. I don't even know because there's no real CDM that is young in the league doing well out here. I don't know any standout like any 18-year-old that is really doing well in the local Premier League right now. I don't know.
So is it fair to say then it's about the coaching or the style of coaching that's kind of creating this problem? Because, and I shouldn't say it as a problem, but as it's in kind of...
Yeah, but it's really... All right. So right now, even in the EPL, I mean, how many what you'd call like top CDMs are there?
Well, the Rice and what's his name from Manchester City?
Yeah, this guy is good too. Yeah, man. Cooper is his name from Clarendon College. He's a very good player. I think he's supposed to be a part of that group of players going to Turkey too, So it'll be interesting to see how he performs there. He's a good player.
And the reason why I'm saying, because now, for example, as you can see, the price for Declan Rice, you wouldn't even want to know the price of what's the name of play for Manchester City right now. He's probably easily over the 100 with the Spaniard player. We see what Kyle Stadium cost. A lot of them name them. But the point I'm trying to say, like, these positions now is basically coming back if it's been gone and they're paying high prices to these type of players. So the whole point is like if you have the potential and we see somebody coming up into that, I'm just saying this is a position in terms of that specialty is gonna be needed again because I think people are realizing like we can't really go too far into this football game without these type of players because depends on the team you have, you're gonna get killed in the middle. So it's just like wow, it's so difficult as we can see, we can identify because we've seen players in the international team for the Jamaican national team, and it's been a lot of breakdown here and there. We see the potential, we see where Low come in and create a good stop in the gap, but we just really and truly have to, man, why we can't find one, why we can't have one, or even at the youth program where we can say, yo, boy, I missed this one in the D Cup season this year or the Manning Cup season this year. I mean, I tell you that you just look possible, like you mentioned, youth from Clarendon College, but apart from that, we don't really see nobody. Like nobody know want to play this.
Yeah, some people talk about the guy called White also from Glenmuir. I think of all the ones is Anglin, but Anglin has his own stuff. He's good. But there was a player that played in the under-17 that played in midfield. In the under-17, Ronaldo Barrett. I think Ronaldo Barrett is also good in that position as well. I know he's in the under-20 team. But Ronaldo Barrett, he played the under-17 and he really looked good in that position.
And I mean that's mainly it for that woman they really want. Just to ask, just like I'm just curious. But another thing we just want to mention, I mean, we don't know if the younger national, like the under-17, the under-20, do they have them training and playing together early enough or not? I mean, from your perspective, do you think
the under-20?
Back in the days, I remember that.
The under-20?
Yeah.
Like if you're asking if the Jamaica, if you're trying to find out if the Jamaica under-20 team is constantly training. No. I don't know that is going to work. Right. Like how do you keep a team?
It might not be possible. It might not be possible because, like I said, 9 out of 10, if you're making under-20, you start to become a professional or you're playing professional.
So you should be playing with a club or something.
Right. So the whole point of what I was trying to blend together with that per se is like, for example, under-17, I feel like, I don't know if they keep on training or playing together, but I feel like we need to possibly do more of that if it's not being done because...
Yeah, but remember they have other, like under-17 kids have school You can't just have them training. At least it'll be easier now because the World Cup will be every year. And so what you mean is that you'll always be preparing a group. But
Well, that's what I try to lose. Sorry.
yeah, but what I'm saying though is that what would be good is that there is, and I know that they're trying to keep an under 17 competition with the Premier League clubs, which I think that would be good because it's not that the players need to be training with the national team together every day, a kind of a thing, and you'll be like academy. No, but they need to be constantly be playing against high quality opposition, and that probably happen if you have an under 17. That is for those who are in Jamaica, but you also have players who are in England and players who are in the States who also qualify. So if you're thinking about a team and said, bringing those in the States, bringing those in England, it's not going to work. So in their own spaces, they must be playing high quality football, which will get them to be better. What you don't want is you're under 17 playing against some 13-year-olds and dominating them. So there's going to be, I know that there's supposed to be an under 17 competition going on, and that under 17 competition will be for the Premier League clubs. And there is an under 18 team that has been in training to go to Turkey for a tournament, which would include some players who possibly are probably 17 or 16 years old.
Okay, cool. That's good. But
yeah, man.
And that's how I really want to kind of clarify this evening. But thanks again. I'm picking up myself, you know.
All right then. Yeah, man. All right. Blessings.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. All right. Yes, Simon.
Yeah, engaging.
Yeah, I did see and the Devante Cole thing. I think Turtle. I think yeah, like some of the times when I see these information, I know when people get management. Oh, he said that I heard he has his citizenship, but there's still a problem with his passport. Has that been rectified? Is he clear now and ready? Well, one thing I know, he was not able to play in the last window. So whether he can play now, I don't know. I have to wait until the squad is called, then I will find out. But the person who told you that he has his citizenship will be the best person for you to ask about where the process of the passport is, not management. Leader, who is Justin McPherson and Dante Escoffrey?
He said there's some under 18 players for the future to look out for on the island. So like the next to look out for in Jamaica.
Okay. All right. All right. Remember those games from you just start finding footballer from Westmoreland now and from St. Elizabeth, Leader. I thought you were not the scout for that region, Leader. Hey, every day Leader talking and put himself in a webinar. Because according to Leader, the JFF have a scout down there. How are you giving us these names, Leader? Oh, Leader, U18 just had camp. You know that Simon, there's a very good young keeper at Campion College?
I've heard about that young man as well.
Yeah, man, very good keeper. He keeps a Campion. Very good goalkeeper. I think he's in this under 18 setup. And a player that a lot of people keep on talking about is this guy called Matthew Ellis. I think I saw him there as well. Look like he's trying to play wing back. Very good player. Yeah. So yep. So yeah, man. But yeah, that's it. What's going over by people them asking, they're not hearing anymore. What's the deal? So they want to know what's the deal.
Yeah, man. Every day they say, what is the deal? Context clues. Yeah, I mean, we always have to be professional as individuals, so we have to be professional as possible. So, you know, that's my stance on everything. So that's how I'm going to be. So that's how That's what I would say to that. So
that's the deal, people. You understand me? Claudine, I know you don't like to hear anything about sensitive, but it is the truth. With the position that you're in, you have to use wisdom. It is not good for you to say certain things. You understand me? S technique. No, I don't ban anybody, no boss. I don't ban. No, man, me not ban people, man. Don't ban people, man. I don't ban people. I don't ban people.
yeah.
You know, big up the man. Dre, anyway, the whole Harbour View match went.
Remember, he's the pilot, Dre, with the breaking news pilot, so he's on a plane.
Hey, Dre, how the Harbour View match go? Yeah. So people, you have to understand that, sir. It would not be. You know what is funny? Let me tell you what is funny. Like, the funny thing, right, is the people who wanted to share information with them, about things that you're not supposed to be talking to them about. These said people will come and say you're unprofessional because you were so they will want to get the information from you, and then the said people will come around and say you're unprofessional in your conduct. So you understand me? How people are, yeah, man. So they can't find cataract. Who said they can't find cataract? Man, it's Easter, man. The man probably have a whole heap of shows going on. Easter is big weekend, it's parties non-stop.
Busy.
Yeah. So, yep. So, when is the under 18 team leaving, leader? It's sometime in April. Is that April 17th?
In that vicinity, I'm not sure the specific date, but sometime in April.
Okay.
But yeah, let's see. Because every month, there's something to look forward to. Like April 11, we have the under 20 draw, the CONCACAF under 20 draw coming up as well. We know what lies ahead in June as well. So, it's an exciting time frame to look forward to, and we plan towards it. The culmination of the JPL in May. So it'll be exciting.
You know what, Simon? Gunner's boss always talking about this. The whole nil thing, right? In the US, in the US sports and stuff. For example, they just had this Guyanese athlete. I think is Guyana. Yeah, her name is Springer. She's at the Carifta. Adidas has signed her though she's a child. So what they're saying now is that with nil, kids in high school can actually sign deals with big companies like Adidas and Nike and those things. So if you have like a talented sprinter or a talented footballer, Adidas could sign them.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one and quite different to what we've seen in recent times, where even if you accept a pen from somebody, you could lose your college scholarship. So, times are truly changing in terms of, high school and university sports. The landscape is truly changing. And I think, I'm all for globalization. I am. And, we all have bills to pay. We all have, responsibilities. So I don't have an issue with it. It's just, ensuring that you complete your, obligations in university or high school. That's just my personal thought on it. So
yeah, I want to know how if it will, how it will affect things like in sports in general, like especially in Jamaica, because it is name, image, and likeness. So would schools allow the athletes? Will ISA allow the athletes to have name and image and likeness, that kind of thing, and benefit, like particular athletes to benefit? Could that be a way? I don't know. I just feel like it could cause conflict
I'm sure I'm sure Keith Wellington, the president of ISA, will speak about it shortly. So we will look forward to hear what he has to say on that matter. He'll consult the board, and then from there have a position on it, and then we'll get feedback on it.
Yeah. All right. Natrice East just Woolmerian.
Yeah.
Just won the under 17.
Yeah, from
200 meters, and she defeated one of the favorites who was really set to win it, the Guyanese, 23.74. You see, somebody saying that it's really an NCAA issue right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, because I think it's going to be problems. U15 Sweden in July, U14 in Cayman in June, then U14 and U15 boys and girls for the summer. Okay. Sweden is June.
Dre went to Woolmans.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dre went to Dre. We don't want you to talk about Woolmans. We want you to talk to us about Harbour View.
Yeah.
We want to hear about what is somebody want to know if Harbour View players are injured.
And when is the next breaking news? Yeah.
Gunner's boss says he's a capitalist who don't believe student athletes at any level should work for free while the institution make millions. Okay. The top athletes are already getting gifts.
Yeah.
ISA should just make it legal and transparent.
Yeah,
but people going to buy people. I don't know. I think this is not good still. You're on scholarship at the school, so that's not free.
That is true. But in the competition itself, like schoolboy football, like player of the match might win a digital credit, you know what I'm saying? Or a phone, you know what I'm saying? I have pictures like of Shaquan Davis when he was at Hydel. He got a man of the match and they gave him a phone, you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting, the dynamics, what will happen or what Mr. Wellington will say. Because there's incentive. There's incentives for player of the match, man of the match, the Burger King goal of the season, you know, moments like that.
Yeah. All right, we have Gunner's Boss online. Gunner's Boss, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Yeah, man, bless up. Simon, look alike.
What's up?
Yeah, bless up. My name's man. You hear my name calling, so to me, my name call, I think I was needed. So I just run in from this conversation. Where you say high school.
Normally, when a person put a comment in the comment section and we're going to read it, we normally read what the commenter's name.
Oh, so let me answer now. Yeah, man. The name image like is what it is now. It is now allowed for high schoolers.
So at the Carifta, there's a couple of athletes from other territories who have it. So I'm wondering if that is going to now force persons in Jamaica to start accepting it as part of the sport, because it's happening in other places in the Caribbean where they're signing those name, image, and likeness deals.
But I believe student athletes in Jamaica been benefiting from their name, images, and likeness, you know. Say, for instance, let me ask this question before I make this assumption.
Really?
No, let me ask the question. Yeah, man. What the question I want to ask, you remember there was a time when, before this platform, when we have this discussion on some other platform where a young man was running at a meet, and when he won, he bust his shirt open and show one of these.
Yeah, the Calabar athlete. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And there were some problems, and they were saying it was wrong. He should not, because go ahead.
That's what I want to know. Did he get paid for it, or that was a free service?
He had a deal with them because what happened, it was his final year. He had a deal with them because it was his final year. And he did that, but it was condemned by the sponsors because that is not allowed. And Issa as well, right? Because they were saying that it was not allowed for you to do that. But he was leaving school.
that is unfair still. Because for the mere fact that the people who run the meet that he was in, they are making millions of dollars over time, billions by now, after these meets, and these kids is going there. Most of these student athletes don't leave school with a great education or a great opportunity to get anywhere if them busted. So it is only right, say, them to make a change, image and likeness, especially in a place like Jamaica where the struggling is real. So I don't think the sponsor, I don't want to call nobody's name, the sponsors of these meets should be offended if I have a little business up the road and a little youth, I go do a thing and I say, all right then, wear my team for your jersey and I go give you your parents and we come to agreement whereby whoever is in charge of this youth and say, we are going to do a thing and make him have some money. You understand that? In him earn that money. That is me. I am advertising my business based on his popularity of his image and likeness. The school now making money from the gate and all the other sponsorship and not giving me anything. That should never be a problem. Wrong or right, Simon?
I know. If you work, then you deserve a remuneration.
Of course.
No.
Why should I work for?
So, all right, hold on. So that means, hold on. So, when the schools have sports day, right? There's lots of money that is made at the gate. Should those kids be paid?
No, well, you're doing that for your school day, I'm not talking about what you're doing specifically on sports day. We're talking about when there's a meet. Like
all right,
when you go
so primary school champs then. Primary school champs, the students should be paid.
Not all students. Not all students get paid for name image and likeness. You have to have a name, with that image, you're not just a participant, because it's not it's not.
So no. Here's what I'm saying. Here's the core of your argument is that you do not believe that people should work and not benefit by getting paid, while those who are engaging them are getting money. If you now start giving just 2 out of the 200, what difference is it making? Shouldn't you ensure that all 200 are paid then, since it is a matter of working for free?
Great question. This is why the coaches now in colleges in the United States are trying to get Congress to control the name, image, and likeness, because Ronnie James, for instance, and that's LeBron's son, and Peyton Manning's nephew are the 2 highest paid player in athletes in the NIL era. Both of them make over $5 million in the past 2 years. And that other people and the USC and the Texas football and basketball team, other kids on it who are not getting a dollar, because it's not the school. The school is not allowed to pay these student athletes. It's me, if you listen to what I'm saying, I said I have the meet organizers and the institution are making their money off the kids. So now I have a little business up the road. Why should they be upset if I put that little kid in my business name and his jersey and decide to say I go and give him $10,000, $50,000, $100,000? They should not try to block that. That's the part I'm talking about. It's not the school I am saying to pay these student athletes, but you don't supposed to block them getting something after your name, image, and likeness. If you get the understanding of what I said.
No, I am saying though, that argument is different from the comment that you made. The comment that you made, you're talking about you disagree with kids working for free. You said this is what you said. I am a capitalist.
I tell you, you're always doing these things, man. I try to pontificate, You're great at preaching, man. So just cool, man, and take what you just said to you. I said that the institution, say for instance, let's say that the winner of champs the other day, why would you and the organizer of champs want to block the best 100 meter from go over such man company and get a money from him to wear him thing on a jersey?
No. I am saying that is fine.
That is what I am asking.
No,
I
man.
am not talking about the school paying 55
No,
student
no, no,
athletes,
no, no,
sir.
no, 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 no. Remember, the platform that your athlete has to shine on shines because of all the other athletes. While I am the brand, I am the big name, so I benefit. If all of those other athletes decide not to participate because they're not getting any money, your athletes would not have any nil to benefit from. So the point
that is for you. That is for you to go and figure out how you're going to get people to compete with me. Because you know what happened is people who see me
No, man.
and what me worth is giving me that deal
All right,
is not.
Gunners boss,
All
listen
I
what I'm
want
saying.
you to do is not to block my deal,
All right,
man.
I'm going to no, I'm not talking about blocking deal. You say I am a capitalist who don't believe student athletes at any level should work for free while the institution makes million. Here's my point to you.
Okay.
No, let me make my point, no man. That's what you said. When your one athlete benefits financially, right? You're one athlete. All the other athletes are helping to make the institution make money and they're not being paid for it. So we have to find a way where everybody is being paid financially. But if it's a matter of work for free.
Well, that's what we can go get there now. University of Dartmouth have no the student.
Anyway, hold on one sec.
They have a union.
Gunners boss.
Yeah.
Simon has to run, right? And I don't want him to leave without making his final point, and then I'll give you time to wrap up because we have 30 minutes to go. So Simon, just hold on and let Simon. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for just give your thoughts on this, Simon, and then you can close.
Yeah, man. Firstly, I appreciate it, Mannings, man, for being on. Thanks for all the comments and the callers earlier as well. I always appreciate it. For the rest of this holiday period, everybody stay safe. But, what I want to say is that for everybody looking ahead to June, please, everybody knows a date from now, June 6, 2024. Please find your way to the National Stadium. It's going to be a Thursday, so please make the arrangements. We have a little over 60 days to go. You put aside a little thing every week, and you'll get to that required amount. All right? Mannings,
man.
We'll talk.
Yeah, man. Blessing, Simon. Thanks for coming on as usual, man. And the 6th of August, all roads lead to the Jamaica National Stadium, Jamaica versus Dominica Republic. You understand me?
Yeah, man. Respect.
Yeah, man. All right. Blessing, Simon. Thanks again. All right, Gunners boss. Back to you now. Yeah.
Yeah, man. This thing about free education, for student athletes is a joke, because I tell you what, you see the student athlete, the drum corps, what are the same student who go into the performance art school, that same student, can go and do a performance, or the one where the comedian can go do a comedy stand-up at a stand-up club on a weekend and get paid, But the student athletes cannot get paid from not getting paid from the school based on the trick that you're getting your free education. Not go so, because most of these student athletes come out to be nothing if them not get drafted. So them come out to be a waste because people interested in their talent more than educating them. So we know those things, that's a fact. We see it happen all the while where a lot of youth were promising in school.
No, man. In fact, Gunners boss, you and I are on the same page where that is concerned. Here's where you and I have a difference.
Sorry.
If we are going to say that institutions are making millions while the athletes are not benefiting, and we are saying that athletes should be rewarded, it cannot be for one athlete because a sponsor sees that athlete, because it is not that one athlete that brings the value to what is going on.
That's a fact. But it's not school. School don't want to pay them. The schools will never want to pay an athlete. They will always want to say we are giving them education for free. So they will never want to pay them. And that is why the Dartmouth student athlete, the youth him work in the cafeteria, and him half time, and he also play basketball. And now they form a union where they are saying, so this thing going to be where the NIL thing going to become that thing where they're going to form collectives and the money go to one person, I believe, and then they might split it up in a pot so the collectives. But at the same time, if I personally don't want to sponsor the whole school, I just want to sponsor Ronnie James based on the fact that he have great potential and star power potential like his father. There's no way you can force me to do for the school what I want to do from Branny, and there's no way you should be able to block Branny from getting that money from me. You get it?
Okay. No, I understand what you're saying. I understand. You're saying that the school should not block him from getting his money. What the school is saying is that the reason why Branny is able to do what he's doing is because of the rest of the teammates. And you want to isolate him from them.
I am not isolating him from them, Tell all the others who is on that team to be great like Branny, or be as good as Branny.
So no, they don't have to do that. All they have to do is say that, okay, none of us are going to play. And the school says, let's not play in the sport. Let's see how great he is.
Oh, well, you believe now, if none of these scholarship students will play because Branny is getting money out there. That's not how life goes. That's not how life goes, sir. It's not everybody go value this game and it's not everybody worth something. That's a fact. Everybody forget a little thing. But if Branny get $5 million now and him feel like he want to give him teammate them, I think it's up to him to do that at the same way. But I don't know how they go and do that. That's why I see next year and all these coaches who make up to $12 million per year. One coach, he got $97 million after he got fired and have to get every dollar of that money. That's the greatest. I keep telling you, the greatest thing to do is get the license that it takes to coach the sports and go sign a contract.
So you're saying that schools have been blocking athletes.
Of course, over the years, then there was a time when you could never give by a student athlete a burger, man. You couldn't see a youth walk barefoot, and you come from Jamaica, you know, that the youth don't have Delaware, and him walk barefoot, but him can play basketball good, and you buy him one Jordan, and him not lose him scholarship, The fact that LeBron James would have never gone to college because his mother get a house and a Hummer while he was in high school. He did not. He was great enough.
Are you speaking to the? Are you speaking? Anyways, I mean, we're gonna have to run now.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're speaking to Ivy. Are you speaking to the Ivy League schools?
The Ivy League school thing different, because Ivy League school have them run for them own thing different. Dartmouth and these school run for them thing different, so they can't do anything. Them don't come on and know NCAA are those rules and regulation. I think they have for them own thing going on over the Ivy League. You know the money people them think that, so for them thing run different. So I don't think NCAA have much over what they do.
Okay.
Even though with NIL now, NCAA have no power of enforcement or anything, and they lost every case they take to court, so they actually are worthless right now. And so we want the people them to render ISA to.
All right.
Man, let me run along.
Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah, we talk.
Yeah, man. All right, gonna boss. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Big
all
up
right.
yourself, the winners friend them, and pray for the loser to win one day. I'm going to buy $25 of the $1 billion lotto now. So everybody now comment man. Seem like how you pray for Reggae Boyz and them a win. Pray for me when they never spend $20 over across the road so right now. Because of $1 billion the Powerball there right now. Yeah, that's everybody.
Me see the other day, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, cool.
I have $25 and I'm going to buy $24 worth of Powerball right now. Everybody on the pray and cry for me win like what man in this man I go do right now. Big up for yourself.
All right.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again.
All right. Cool. Good as well. All right. So Dockery third, Douglas first in the under 20 girls 200 meters. Byron Walker pulled up in the boys under 17, and the other Jervis, he got the bronze in that one. The under 20 boys coming up next. Natrice East won her under 17. The other Jamaican finished in 4th place. We have the one Unseen Sports on the program joining in as we're about to close out. So I'll give him some time to talk. I don't know what he has been listening to and he wants to comment on. Unseen, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Thanks for having me here, my name's man. Big up to the persons in the comment section, all the persons who were here on the platform before, on the panel. Big up on yourself. Yes, man is man. So I like the topic, but you know, I catch the part where track and field. So I feel like I should talk on the track and field part. What do you think?
Yeah, man, talk on what you want to talk, man.
Okay.
Byron Walker.
Yeah, Byron Walker look like him nursing some injuries. You know, I can see.
Bramwell breaking Usain Bolt 20 year, isn't what year of the record?
Right, you know, a lot of stories. You know, Jamaica clean sweep in the 1500 meters. We're really doing a wonderful job in Carifta. I come to ask the question though, man. What do you think? You think it's easy for us at this championship, in your opinion?
No, I mean, it's not easy. Jamaica send more athletes than most of the other people.
But we're dominating almost everything like 1-2.
Because you have more athletes, just like how America dominate.
Yeah.
Because they have more athletes in more events. We have more athletes in more events.
That's true. But the quality though, what do you think you speak about the quality that we have?
I mean, there's quality all around. I see some Springer. None of the Jamaicans can beat Springer.
The Springer tough, man.
Yeah, so they're athletes that have showed them class. Jaden Reed and the other guy from Cayman Island.
Yeah. The Owell brother here. Bad. Tough.
So they're at least the guy under 17 high jump and long jump winner. So they're at least out there that give the Jamaicans a warm time.
What do you think about this young lady though? From I think it's Mushet, Shania Douglas. I think I think she's super. She's the Jamaican Alisa Felix. That's what they call her in the track and field circuit.
Oh, she's the one that just won the
200.
The 200 meter.
Yeah, she won the 400 as well.
Yeah?
She won the 400 meter as well, gold medal.
Right, she won the 400 and she won the 200. And she won a champs as well. She was on a Muchet's gold medal for the first time.
She won gold medal in the relay. I think she won the relay, yeah. So that's 3 medals, sorry, 3 gold medals.
Yeah, but what about there's a male athlete from Muchet as well.
Yes, there's a male athlete from Muchet.
He's at Carifta?
I'm not sure, you know. But I know there's an athlete from Muchet at Carifta. I wonder if this is the same person. I'm not sure.
Isn't he Simis or something like that? Because is it the coach son? The Muchet coach son?
The Muchet. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I don't have that information. I'm not sure. But so far, people.
Anthony, you're supposed to be the track and field guru. And it look like not you name Johan Ramaldo Simis. Isn't that the coach's son?
Johan Ramaldo Smith?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Isn't he from Muchet?
I know that there's a Muchet athlete at the championship, but I don't put the school with the name yet. They will talk about it, you know. Chambers, they talk about it.
One thing we didn't unseen. You come on the program, say you want to talk about traffic and feel like all they put it, me no know.
You ask me a question and I tell you, but you want me to tell a lie? We can't, so we don't know man is one. So we can move off of that one, you know. I think, yeah, him know. Well, him look good. Yeah, him know man is one. But man is one, you know the thing, man, so you're not supposed to talk with confidence, so.
Yo, Reggie, the man,
So
people, the
what
man
is
say my track and field.
You know, but
The man say my track and field coach. Is he you from Muchet? So him run, he won a champs.
Oh, so you know when I go around the thing and don't want to tell me.
But Anthony, you said that you dub yourself as a track and field guru.
No.
No.
You dub me as a track and field guru.
Okay.
All right. But that means I'm not going to know everything. There are some things that you may know and me not know you can't tell me.
So
right?
he and Gary Card is in the 200 meters.
Right. So you know when I go around the thing. Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
I think he ran the 400 meters as well.
Yeah, he ran the 400 meters.
Anthony, the people are saying that you agree with Bailey's going out and partying.
No,
so
no. Lie them I tell. Lie them I tell.
What do you agree with?
Me just find a solution for the problem because Bailey doing this.
So you disagree with it?
Huh?
You disagree with him going out?
Yeah, you're not supposed to go out. And anybody in the national team will go out. Because more people than Bailey are doing it.
No, we're not talking about. Listen, so you disagree with him going out.
Right.
What is your solution? Seeing that you disagree.
All right. So the going out part, you're not supposed to do it. So a player not supposed to do that. All right. They're not supposed to do it. And the situation where.
So you think the consequences for him going out is fear?
Yeah, if it's based on that.
Okay.
If it's based on that, it's fair, right? But me not think it just plain like that. Me think the call come from over the coach head. In my opinion.
The call come from over the coach head.
Yeah.
Why would somebody above the coach call, and they don't know that the player was not there?
You understand what I mean, man?
No, me I say, how would the people know seeing that they were not there?
How would the people know?
Yeah, because remember the incident, nobody above the coach was there to make the call.
No, but so me ask the next question. Yeah, all right. I understand what you said, but me ask the question. Why would you suspend somebody and then add him to the 60-man pool? Like you suspend him, but he's in the 60-man pool.
Why would you suspend him and add him? Because they're 60 man. So you keep your squad. Because
you keep him at 60 man. I don't understand that.
Because it's 60. There are other players there. Remember, there were players there whose documentation wasn't completed. So it's just names you're putting out there because you already have a 23. You just do it. Some coaches would rather not to have a 60. So that's a non-point. So leave that point.
That's what?
That point, it's a non-point.
Is that non-point?
No, it have no merit to the argument.
It have no merit?
So what does that, hold on, what does that 60 have to do with somebody above the coach?
Hold on, man. I'm gonna get the people.
No. What does that 60 have to do with what your argument is? That you don't believe.
No, what I am saying.
No. You don't believe it is the coach. It's somebody above the coach. What reason would someone above the coach have, seeing that they weren't aware of the situation?
No, because you have people who make decisions with the coach and without the coach, not the football team.
So, all right. Give me an example of a decision with the national team that was a decision made where players are concerned that has nothing to do with the coach, or it had to do with somebody above them. Give me an example.
Repeat
because
that.
Obviously you must have example of this happening.
Man is man. Me I talk off of what me think, right? Hold on, man.
But you work in the capacity of a journalist. You cannot talk like that, though.
No, man, I have to talk, so man, because everything I have to go say, people they tell you and way. But man is man. For real though. All right? For real though, man is man. It's just up on the ear.
Yeah.
I still have to make it sound, you know. Because I nah go. But me have some information where. Nah, man. But make it stay. So. People, this come from way above all games. Just take it from Unseen Sports.
People, take it from Unseen Sports. Where they see it from Unseen Sports.
Yeah.
Where you want. Take this from management. See Coach Al Grimson, nobody in the JFF can't force a man to select or not select who he no want to select. Me can't tell you that. In fact, here is what is more likely to happen. They will make him make selection, even if them don't think it right. So them can have a reason to blame him. So your argument, Unseen, you have to can prove that to me.
No. Make it clear with it. You understand?
But you're making. Here's what I say. It's just I say, yo, hey, me said the
just
one
Unseen know the truth.
You know the truth.
Yeah.
So where did you get that truth from?
It's all right.
Why you believe that the coach is lying and the person who told you
No,
what
I
they
never
told
said
you
the coach lied. The coach not lied. Leon Bailey
But the
break
coach said
curfew.
something and you don't
Hold on,
believe it.
Leon Bailey break the curfew, right? Which is true. He break
But
the curfew.
you're saying that he broke the curfew.
Why him break the curfew?
But-
What the reason why him come out and guard the house? I rent a different.
Why I'm got to? All right, hold on. What curfew
What's
did
the
he
reason?
break? Hold on now. What was the issue with the curfew with Leon?
Him leave. Him leave. Based on me, him leave the hotel or the players them there, and him go rent a room outside of the hotel.
Him rent a room. So Leon Bailey is in Kingston, Jamaica. Him have a house 10 minutes from the hotel, and him go rent a room.
Outside.
And that's
That way in the Canada.
No, when in there Canada, unseen. Somebody tell us any something when in there Canada, unseen.
Yeah. That's a one.
Listen, people. Yeah. I am management. This is I am sure sports, and right now I have to end the show because unseen now make no sense whatsoever. No sense. I am a virgin, so I'm gonna stop to save it. Unseen, you don't make no sense. This is relating to an incident that happened in Jamaica, and you unseen are saying that Leon Bailey rented a house, a room.
You never rented a house, you know.
Huh? Yes, I rented a room.
Yes, I rented room.
Yes, I rented a room. Room. Yeah, room.
Yeah, room.
So the man live 10 minutes.
I'm talking about my chocolate field and you're football.
But just people
because people like when time
talk to you. Don't know the athletes.
No, like him.
Yo, but I know you have man.
But man is man, we know the truth, man. It's all right. Everything good.
You know the truth. All right. Peter, welcome to the show. Unseen. Untruth, not untruth, unseen. Listen, but me I tell us, Bailey said, so I don't know where unseen talk about him go to Canada and go rent a room separate. When Bailey on his interview said that it was the game that we played Canada in Jamaica. That's what Leon Bailey said. And unseen said, I not saw it go Canada. That unseen said.
Canada. May I tell you what going on Canada?
What going on Canada unseen. But what that have to do with anything? You are saying that the reason for the suspension was unseen.
Right.
But unseen, but the suspension have nothing to do with when do Canada. Bailey tell you say it happened because of what happened before they went to Canada.
Right. But I tell you about Canada, I'm not tell you about the day before.
Yo, unseen. Take a break. Yo, you need to take a break from international podcasting. Peter, welcome to the show. Good afternoon. Let me just take a call.
Yeah, man. Yeah, greetings, man. And, greetings to everybody. Unseen, I listen to your program. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, man.
Unseen, I
hear loud and clear.
Yeah, Yeah, man. But you kind of been losing credibility with me, Unseen. When you come on and make loose statements without any substance, it's not right for you to do it. And then you throw something out there and then you say, boy, you'll leave it.
So man, have to do it to protect people, man.
Responsible and
people, you know.
But you're throwing us and say while you say that, right? But when you cast those aspersions out there, you saying that you're doing it to protect people, but you're not, because you're demeaning other people by throwing those loose statements out, Mr. Speed was on a program earlier today. Yeah, go ahead. If what?
Me say, if me read what me know. You see, if me read what me know, I read certain things and call certain people's name. Jamaica turnover. So me about that.
But if you can't, unseen. My point is, if you cannot,
man is man good in that trouble.
Or cannot.
Hey, unseen. Me give you permission. Hold on, Peter. Me give you permission For any information you have about management, management give you permission right now. Don't protect me. Me don't want no protection from you. Give the people them right. Me don't want no protection from you.
I'm afraid.
Where this comes from, me don't want no protection from you. Put it out there. Tell the people them about management.
I'm afraid, man.
Give them information. Hey, me don't want to hear. Listen, right now.
What me they beside it?
What? Brother, me don't want. No. Tell them right now. Tell them right now. Tell them right now. Tell them right now. You're joking it up on unseen. That's why Peter talk. Go ahead, Peter.
That's
Go ahead, Peter.
That's why I need credibility. What? Say that again. All right, unseen. Mr. Speed was on a program earlier today, right? That same question was posed about the 60-man squad to Mr. Speed, and he explained. He explained it. So, and you was on that program. I don't know if you was on there at the time when Mr. Speed was on there. Mr. Speed also went as far as to say, all right, Mr. Speed also went as far as to say, I think somebody had, I don't know if it's somebody had asked him a question or because there's a narrative out there about wanting an apology from Leon Bailey by the JPL. Mr. Speed said there is no such thing. And somebody asked him, will the player be allowed to come back into the national team? And I'm just paraphrasing. Mr. Speed went as far as saying, that is the coaches and the coaches only responsibility. He said the coach is a professional, that's why they hired him. He said the coach and only the coach take his team, and the coach will decide if Leon comes back into the team when he comes back into the team. That is the coach's prerogative. And Mr. Speed went as far as saying that's also in black and white in his contract. So my point is, Ansi, if that is so, why are you coming and casting these aspersions about the suspension of Leon Bailey came from above the coach, which is it? It's very disgraceful for you to come and say these things,
hold on.
man.
Me can't talk. Me can't come talk to me.
You have to be more responsible.
Unseen. You are saying you're sounding very confused. First, you said that you have evidence to prove all of these things you're saying. Then you say it is how you feel. Which one is it?
How I feel. Not evidence.
Yo, brother, you take YouTube for joke, brother. First, you talk like you have evidence. Now you're saying it's how you feel. I don't understand. You take this thing for joke. You come on the thing. You start telling the people that Almir get in a trouble because of how you feel. What kind of trouble, man? You take this thing for joke, and then you say me and your friend. You put my name in a compromising situation, and you say me and your friend, man. Me that's what me now. You not protect me.
Of course.
Well, you protect me when I how you feel, and you not no evidence to say what you say. Make up your mind. I'm not sure what you try to do. If you want the people them subscribe, we can't just say, listen, people go and subscribe to Unseen. But you don't have to compromise who you are for that, my brother. You're general in the business. Nobody come say things and you can't prove it. Because you're general in the thing.
Can't prove it. We can't prove it, man. Leave it right there, sir. Leave it right there, sir.
You understand me?
You don't put on a dark glass.
Peter, nobody raise up blood pressure. I joke thing Unseen the panel. You hear me? I tell you.
Yeah, I feel like I just want to stir up controversy for no reason. But what I'm saying is, if I'm listening to your program, Unseen, because I listen to certain people and I listen for information and to be educated, right? If you're having a satirical program, then because people, it's not just me listening to you Unseen. Other I listen to you. If you don't listen to you live, you know, and I'm listening to you on the replay, you have to be a little more responsible, brethren. You know, you have to and just say these things, whether you're joking about it or not. It can hurt somebody else. You can put the coach in a demeaning situation. You're demeaning the coach indirectly. You understand?
So let me just say this, Peter. So two things. You know that Leon Bailey did not disagree with the coach in his interview.
Right.
Do you realize that, Unseen?
No, but me not disagree with the action with the coach. But
you say it's not the coach who took the action.
No, man, the coach, and in my opinion, it come from above, but the coach agreed to it as well.
But Unseen, if that is your opinion, what is your opinion?
There's no way you can get me to change anything.
No, Unseen.
What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to talk about it no more.
No, here's what I'm saying to you, Unseen. Do you have a track record of this? Do you have a track record of Hal Grimson being given directives about the selection or the non-selection of player?
No,
for you, hold on, let me finish the question. For you to have drawn such a conclusion from the matter and created an opinion like the one you have now.
No, me not have no track record. There is nothing to show because Hal Grimson. How long Hal Grimson coach the team?
Okay.
Unseen. You know what I remember just by thinking about this too. Remember when the coach gave the press conference, remember that he was perturbed about the league, right? Think about this. Let's think about this logically. Would it be, all right, just hypothetical, could it also be that because the 60-man squad came out way before the 23, you know? So could it be that the coach was protecting this information by including Leon Bailey in the 60-man squad? Because you know that if the 60-man squad come out and Leon Bailey name was not there, you know all hell would have break loose.
Hey, so Peter, listen, people. All right, Peter, you have to hang up. If you say nothing more, you're going to spoil. Cool. You're going to spoil the call. If you say nothing more, Peter, you are going to spoil the call. May I tell you, argument done. You're on smart. You're on smart person. Big up. Argument done. If you never hear that, go back and listen to the clip. The show done. That you must understand and see. And the people, I never me say it. But listen to what Peter said. On that premise, we can end the show. Unseen. Big up.
Big up yourself. Big up people in the comment section.
Unseen, big up yourself. You see this thing, Unseen, you have to understand, like, you have to remain credible. You know, we go through this the long way and the hard way. And here's the truth, man. It is better to have one subscriber and be credible than have 1 million and people have to second guess the things where you say. You see, when it comes on to your integrity and your credibility, you have to make sure, say, when you got joke, you say people are look at joke me I make. But you can't make serious allegation and say you have proof of it.
So not joke me I make. That me I tell you long time, say joke I make a problem and start, man.
See, just listen to me. You have to say them things there before you start, because you see what happens is that.
No, we can see it what we're done too. We can correct it what we're
no,
done.
Unseen. Yo, brother.
We can say it too, man.
What you do, Unseen, is that some people are listening and they are going to, once you say certain things and I respond, them run with that part. Them not have time to listen to the 10 minutes after that when they say, no, man, I joke me I make. That is the point I am making.
Because certain things are not supposed to run joke about in the unseen, because this is a very delicate matter out there, because different people have them different views. And people are going to take parts of it. Exactly, Nitro, they want to hear what they want to hear. Because next thing people are going to say that man is man, agree, and this are no. What I'm saying though is that Leon and the coach said similar things and related similar incidents. Big up Christopher right there. Me see it, man. The Mina Cup in Dubai starting this Thursday. Yeah, man, definitely. Big up yourself here, Unseen. You're a good youth still. Oh, so you're not doing a Carifta on the last day?
No, we just get tired, man. Just feel tired. It's easy to watch.
People them now watch a video them.
Eh?
People them now watch a video
no,
them.
Me get tired. People.
So the
people are watching video, man.
Huh? Okay.
Remember the stream the thing live, you know, the race live, you know. People are watching, man.
You stream the race them live?
I want to know me do, you know. Chicks and trade matches back in business.
Listen, where want to go trick? Huh?
Tricks and trade matches boxing business. You ever hear that?
First, tricks and trade matches boxing what?
Business.
What that mean now, Unseen?
It's like it mean people have them ways for the things. Simple. Just in a straightforward, like what you would think.
See, and you not get no copyright strike?
Not get no copyright strike. Yet.
Yo, so you want to tell me you take a next person and put up the where see a stream, you do watch along or you actually stream the actual race?
The actual races, not race, races.
Races? Whoa. Okay. Bless up yourself here, man.
Don't follow me doing it, you know me have the same luck.
El Granny was something different, man. And also the thing go bad. You see people are wrong thing about that tell me. The man said tricks in trade, matches sticks in boxes. What your grandmother say?
Another one in me here. My grandmother said chicks. Another one in me here.
How you go answer? Well, tell you again.
What this man I hate, man say me so lose my channel.
Answer, tell me now, man. How you say go tricks and
matches boxing business. You don't know about the matches sticks in boxes, no? So first my other one.
What you say? Tricks and trade, matches box in business.
Yeah.
Unseen, and I say thing go man. Look how you say.
Me here different though, me a different thing me here.
Eh?
Everybody change up them thing, you know, pan them phrase, you know.
Unseen.
Now look here, can you go?
No, but me admit that I don't know it. I admit that I don't know it, but you don't know it and you talk say I saw it go.
Me never say I saw it go, me say I saw me here go. I saw me hear my grandmother talk.
Oh, Jesus, peace. You
tricks in trade and matches boxing business. That's what me here go.
Tricks in trade.
Correct, you know, tricks in trade, matches sticks in boxes. First
matches sticks in boxes.
Tricks in trade,
right.
matches in.
So let me see this one. It says tricks in trade, matches boxing business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is actually one that said that, you know, tricks in trade and matches boxing business, Jamaica.
So that me say?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, man. It sound like you're right.
All right, man. Me no football. No
but that's boss.
Hey, people, bless up for themselves. I am man. This has been. But Unseen, on a serious note, though, don't be so irresponsible with the things, then, brother. You understand me? Whether a joke or not, because Leon is one of Jamaica's best ever. Though he has not shown that. So he's an integral part of the coach's plan. So don't come out and say them things. They understand me? He's an integral
that's
part.
why we need to find the solution.
Yeah, but you telling things that no go say is not the solution.
No. Hold on, man. Me never said. Me just said to you, say, me feel like say come over. Yeah? The coach Ed. And then you know go we run so with the argument then. You ask me the solution.
No. Unseen. Like we end it unseen because you said way more than that. You say you don't want to read out what you have because all management are getting a problem. So let's leave it alone. Okay. The coach and Leon will fix it. Listen, knowing the coach and Leon will fix this. Easy. He's that type of a person.
Let me fix it up first. We need him to paper.
And we need the coach as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
coach, I go and go there. I'll give him some good.
Oh, really? You saying that now?
Yeah. Of course, okay. I'm good. So I'm never say.
Okay.
But we still have some players who need to move past still.
Like who?
Corey Berg.
Okay. Who again?
Man, but the ball in him goal style.
The man bucked the ball in him goal. Or the ball deflected after a player hit and the man go in the goal.
Man, there's a video, right? I go fit and send it to you after I finish the show right? I'm gonna show you the man body action. I go towards the goal. The corner goal. I tell me say the ball deflected and lick him again at the goal. Unseen. You don't think we have a video? Unseen, me not debate you. You lose. Me not debate you. All right, people in the chat here, so right? The man actually are going to go inside I'm on a box with attacking header technique. So the man are going to the box, you know. Boom. I'm put the ball in I'm on. You're going to tell me the ball.
This has been I Am Sure Sports. Over there you have Jerome with Unseen Sports TV. In Jerome with here. But as usual, you know what we say. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of the festive season. Be safe. Please, if you have to go out on the road, especially those in Jamaica, take care. Take care on the road. Better you get there late than you don't get there at all. Tomorrow we'll be having an Olympian World Championship athlete joining us this week. We have a former Reggae Boy joining us this week as well. Some good stuff in store for you. And on the weekend, we have a big one. Adidas will be here with us on I Am Sure Sports. You take care. Have yourself a wonderful rest of the day. To all of you, thanks so much. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Check out Reggae Boyz commentary. And also Unseen Sports TV. If him don't get the copyright strike with the madness, where am I go on with? But tricks in trade and matches box in business. All right. Bless up yourself, people. Again, thank you so much for sticking and staying with me for 3.5 hours. I'm Management, and as usual, it gets to this point of the show, we say we are over and we are out of here.
Boom, check it out. I don't know it's Jason. I'm a represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jason representing I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.